Gordy! All right.
Everyone's good, everyone.
I'm good, you're good.
Sorry,
Doug the fuck Marlowe, Mr. Nasty
I was
himself.
watching a really fat guy on Instagram get carded out for one of those stomach shows, you know, where they shrink your stomach. They're like my 600
My 600 pound life,
Yeah.
That's very insensitive of you.
I don't give a fuck.
They shrink-
If I was a firefighter, I would fucking be laughing the whole time and be like, dude, you got like 5 minutes
You're
left
not
on Earth.
laughing when you have
Yeah.
to pick that shit up.
I would leave him. I'd fucking roll him down a hill and watch what happens. It's for science.
All right, folks. I'm Alex Bromley. This is Tony Russell. We're here at Empire Barbell. Today we have our very first guest.
Yes.
I'm Bromley and Russ.
Yes.
The Doug Mallow.
I'm
Doug
Douglas.
Marlowe.
That's my Instagram name, D Doug Mallow.
It's pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Doug Mallow.
You can get
So-
these shirts there too. It's Venom. It says we could live what we want.
So a lot of these people probably already know who you are because
Yeah,
we
I'm
have
pretty sure.
like 5 viewers and they're all friends and family. But why don't you explain to
We're actually using you for our problem.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good thing to do.
we're trying to exploit your reach for our benefit.
It's okay. You could do that all you want.
'Cause I don't have a lot of friends. So
I am a professional dancer. I specialize in pole dancing, mostly with my butt cheeks. No, I powerlift. I train. I make T-shirts. I'm a decent powerlifter, trying to get better at it. You know,
what are your best meet numbers for the fans out there?
squat only 716. I smoked it, and
Only.
then I smoked 727 too, but I was like a little high. And 767 deadlift, smoked that, and 440 on my bench.
You haven't been powerlifting that long, right?
Nah, like
Like what, 2 years?
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
I spent this last year hurt. You know, it's been a good time.
What you hurt?
I tore my quad and my butt cheek.
I
You
didn't
had,
even
your,
know
you had
that.
your hamstring fucked up too, right?
Yeah.
For a minute?
Yeah, it was
Just the whole trifecta.
the fucking same leg too.
It's the same leg?
Yeah.
Doing what? How'd you fuck that up?
I tore my ass. I think I did it on a deadlift, and then I was squatting. I never doing an AMRAP. I had 615. I went down on the 5th rep, and I was like, "Oh, my ass hurts," and I put it back. And I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" I went home, and it was all black. And I was like, "Okay, I tore my ass cheek." So
You just took time off, or you
no,
got treated?
I
Didn't you like hit a heavy ass deadlift like 2 days later
Yeah,
or something?
I did. I got really drunk and I did 655 for 7 on an AMRAP. Because, you know, you got to finish what you start. It's all about, you know, finishing what you started, even if you hurt, because you don't want to quit. So then the other part was,
I can never tell if he's serious or not.
not serious at all.
Oh,
but
man.
I was just remembering, like, hey, maybe I could just squat in shoes and use my quads more and it won't hurt my ass. So I put on shoes and I was like, hey, my ass doesn't hurt as much. I'll just squat with shoes on. So like a month later, I was squatting heavy and I was like, fuck it. I got another AMRAP and it was supposed to be 585. I was like, I'm doing 615 because I'm going to get that fucking 8 or 10 was what I wanted. So then I tore my quad.
So
I'm like
you're
the
chasing 8 now
800? Yeah.
on the squat.
Yeah. I'm pretty positive, like, middle of next year it'll be there.
Okay.
Like, I compete in March. I don't think it's going to be there for March. I think March I'll probably cap out at like 775.
Do you have any, new plans for this year to
Yeah.
stay in one piece a little bit longer
I'm
or a
gonna
different
actually-
approach?
Yeah, I'm going to do reps.
All right, I like
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'm not a rep guy. I got strong by bro science. So the first time I got back to squatting after tearing my diaphragm and taking some time off, I was like, I'm just going to squat 600 this week. So then I squatted 600. And the goal was to rest and then the next week hit 635. So everything worked out. I hit 635 and I was like, I'll take it back down to 585 the next week. And then the following week I'll do 650. And then I did, and I was like, okay, 675 should be there. Then the next week I attempted 675 and hit it. And then 700 it failed that same day.
Let me ask you this, man. I don't know if it's important, but it is. I would like to know your opinion on it. Would it? Because I see you squat in sleeves a lot.
Yeah,
Have you ever squatted in wraps? And if you have, like, what's the difference
raps
between them?
had a lot. Like when Faggot Boy was calling me out, they're like, I'm gonna beat you at fucking.
Who?
We need names.
Yeah, we got we drop them.
Yeah, I don't care. I tagged him in the last post. 11 Bang Lou, fucking Louzilla. He's
Lou.
in a constant identity crisis. Now he's the real Slim Shady. He just dyed his hair.
All right, he's
Yeah.
a strong dude, man.
Nah, he's strong.
He's
and,
strong as
and
shit.
he was cool as fuck, but he's just like a little douchebag. If he wasn't such a fucking asshole, like he'd be easier to get along with. You know?
So I saw him, and I didn't know who the fuck he was. He was, I think, Chris Gorder expert was like handling him.
Chris
That's
is cool as
penalty.
shit.
Yeah, penalty.
But nobody wanted to be there. I didn't want to be there.
Nobody wanted to be
Nobody
there.
wanted to be
Yeah,
there.
Louis went and tore his bicep.
I missed Gabby. She did her thing.
Gabby,
Oh,
God, let it go. But so he's there, and I have no opinion about him one way or another. He looks like he's a pretty strong dude, but there was this moment where like he missed his last deadlift and he comes back and I'm like walking back here and he comes up right behind me and like chucks his belt like over my shoulder and like around me onto the fucking bleachers in front of me. Like I look behind, it's like, are you trying to get punched in the fucking mouth? Like, I'm sorry you missed your deadlift. I know it's a very big deal for you right now, but it's like let's compose yourself a little bit.
Let's be an adult for a moment, you know.
He
called me out after I tore my quad going in. I picked August to do a rehab meet.
What did he say? What
He was like, "Oh, I'm about to fuck you up over there." I'm like, "In powerlifting, like, sure, whatever. Like, I'll probably still beat your deadlift though." Like, laughing my ass off, and he goes, "Oh, you can never." So he takes it super serious, right? And he starts like trying to make, because he was making a comment on one of my deadlift videos, like, "Oh, you should use your legs more." And I was like, I've deadlifted more than you ever have, so you could mind your own fucking business.
Can you really see? Okay, so once you guys are, because you're moving, you're within the sevens, and he's in the sevens too,
my
right?
deadlift, I guarantee, will be over 8.
But like, so once you get to a certain
It's probably
number,
there right now.
Can I really look at your deadlift and say, oh, he's not using a certain type of,
I don't think you
whatever?
can do that with anybody because, all right, so you look at Steve Johnson. You gonna tell him he fucking his legs straighten out a little bit before his deadlift's complete? Fuck no.
The thing,
deadlift.
I mean, the thing is, the recommendation you might give to that person that you think would help them, they might have to go so far back around to implement that and build back up that it's the fucking long way around.
Well, exactly. So the reason why I laughed at that whole statement, I have to use my fucking legs more, but if I picked a rehab meet to do and I'm just trying to like get back under some heavy weight, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel while I'm trying to build strength. That's not how strength's built. You know what I mean? So
because you have to coordinate the movement first. You have to get good at your setup. You have to get good at all the things you implement. And that takes time.
Exactly.
So no matter what, if it's optimal or not, you get good at how you train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get, even if you look at it, it's like, okay, well, you could be a little bit better here or there. But unless you're making small little adjustments, big changes take forever to fucking implement.
And when I've spent from fucking, February is when I hurt my ass, to April. And then April, I didn't do any heavy squatting or deadlifting. Like, legitimately, I have videos that track it too, up until like 6 weeks out of that comp. Yeah. And then, so it's funny too, because he still tied my deadlift, because they even though they didn't count my 750 deadlift, because my leg was wiggling.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they gave me a 7.5 second hold at the top. It's because the bar came out of my hand at the very end, because I passed out a little bit. I was just because I held my breath for so long at the fucking top. Like, I had nothing left to drop.
Man, that one attempt you puked?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
That means you're doing it right.
Yeah, I was like,
I got so gassed out from holding. I held my breath for so long, it made me sick. Plus, I may have taken a little bit too much that day to compensate, because I had maxed out the whole week before.
A little too much of what?
Yeah, what would make you puke?
I'm
Stimulants,
intrigued. Oh, stimulants, okay.
I probably ate like 30 Halotestin that day.
Oh,
really?
I don't even know where that ranks, but it just sounds like a lot.
How did you not kill somebody?
I don't really get angry at people unless they talk to me right before I lift. Yeah, like it's a thing. Like when I'm like, oh, fuck that bar, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. I gotta focus right here. If you're like taken away from the focus, that's when I might lose my fucking temper. But up until then, like when I'm in the like background and I'm trying to chill, like I've learned to just kind of bide my time and save my energy for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're calm before you get out there. You're pretty calm, right?
And then right when I get out there, I just feel it. It hits me. I'm like, I gotta do shit, because it's like I gotta get focused or I'm gonna get hurt, Yeah. But the shitty part was, my lovely coach, I won't mention him because I love him, but Brandon Allen had me.
We love Brandon here.
No, Brandon's a shit. But we were
hear
just
he's racist.
super racist. Yeah, so racist. I'm like, you don't use me as a poster child too to train either. I wear nothing but like American.
Hey, how
flag
did you
apparel.
guys become cool, you and him?
I just like his style. He's just a fucking chill dude to talk to. He's cool with everybody. He treated my clients and all the other people like they're fucking.
I hear really good things about that dude.
Yeah. So like even like Carlos fucking was walking by. Brandon came up and started tickling him, fucking hanging out. And I'm like, he seems like a person we're gonna be friends with, That's how that happened. But Brandon had me max out the whole week before the last comp. Like the entire week.
Like the week before.
Yeah, like not the week going into it, but the week before.
And it's,
week
I mean,
2.
it's kind of like, I mean, there's a million different ways to train, and everybody has their own different shit.
that
But
did not
it's
work for
yeah,
me.
it's kind of like
You're
powerlifting.
just blown out
canon.
or what?
Yeah, I take a long time to recover.
Yeah.
I'm not like most strong dudes where you're like, oh, 1 week and I'll be good. I'm
Well,
like,
see, up until now, I've never seen you. That's kind of how it always looked like. All you did was just max the fuck out and then go home.
yeah, that's
Because
right.
we used to talk about
That's
it all the
about
time.
right,
yeah.
Yeah, we used to say, you see Doug's last post, like that's all he fucking does. He just do some
The
shit.
white Larry
Yeah.
Wheels,
Yeah,
man.
he's just fucking killing
Just one
it.
rep in
Yeah.
PR. And,
Dude, the first time I pulled 765, I drank so much with my brother like the night before. I woke up like in his bathtub, like fucked up, like what the hell? Like there's fucking pubes in his shower, and like I was about to throw up, so I threw up everywhere. And I go to fucking like work, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I can barely hold on to it. So I started drinking a little bit during the day, and I fell asleep in the fucking like right in the front, waiting area. It was hot as balls. Then Carlos comes in, he's like, hey, we got a lift. And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm too fucked up. And he's like, no, I'll go get some beer. So he gets some Modelo's. And then the drink started feeling better, so we started warming up. And I went to like 600, and I pulled it, felt like shit. And I was like, put 675 on there. I'll just do that, and I'll be done. So I put 675 on there. That felt like shit. And I was like, fuck it. So I drank another beer. I was like, put 765 on that shit. And they were like, that's a really stupid fucking idea. And I was like, shut up, Joe. I could do this. So then I did it.
I can't drink. There's no way I can drink.
But
drink like that.
that's funny. I've had a lot of workouts like that though, because I was well, not borderline. I was alcoholic for like 7 years, my early 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good idea.
I had a lot of like 2 a.m. workouts hung the fuck over.
Yeah.
Where it's like if it wasn't for my training partner, I'd be asleep with like a bottle of ibuprofen in my stomach.
Yeah.
And you go in and you're hungover and you're like, I'm not going to do shit today, and you end up pulling some weird shit out of your ass.
Yeah.
I swear there's like an adrenaline response or something. Your body kicks into hyperdrive. Like
it does.
I don't know what it is, but
I think it's
I can
because-
relate to that
Yeah.
story.
I think it's because for me, like I come from white trash, and like the trashier I get, the stronger I get, Kind of like my mom, like if she drinks, she becomes like a werewolf. You can't fucking put her down.
It's like spinach with Popeye.
Yeah, like if there's a nuclear, like a bomb that hit the earth, like there's only gonna be cockroaches and my mom left. She's just gonna be complaining about her hands.
I can't do that. I can't fucking. I can't drink. And if I drunk, like if I do anything to like fuck up my my sobriety, then I'm like, it's over. I'm not training today. Like
Is that
ancestors forgive me. Like I fucked up the bodybuilding.
Is
guy.
it okay? Is
What
that
do you
because?
mean?
Is that because?
Ancestors for
Yeah, like it's just like as far as.
Is that because it's like normal as far as a bodybuilding diet not to drink? So you feel
Well,
guilty
that
about
yeah,
Or
and
is
then
it
I
your
know what
mindset or what?
maybe that because I mean when I was doing strongman, I drink some beers and still do what I got to do. Whatever, it's just
Anabolic.
Yeah, it's just calories. But bodybuilding, alcohol kills testosterone. I need testosterone to build muscle, or it thins out the blood. So it just doesn't make sense to me to do that and then go in the gym and try to train when I know I just put myself. I'm not doing anything to enhance my ability, even if I feel good. You know what I mean? So it's just like I personally, I couldn't do it. I just feel like I just fucking wasted my fucking God-given ability to
Really?
do what I want to do. Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
No.
In a bodybuilding aspect for
Well,
it, yeah.
I was a
the
bodybuilder first before I got into anything.
No, right, but it just wouldn't. To
You
put
remember-
on
were you
muscle.
really?
Yeah.
You're a bodybuilder?
Yeah, I had
Yeah, he
fucking,
got like a little
eight-pack-
side chest pose on his Facebook and
I had
shit.
like fucking 8-pack abs, like a fucking model, dude.
But I mean, did you go into a show? Did
Yeah.
you?
He did a
multiple.
show. Yeah.
What the fuck? How
I've
did
done
I not
multiple
know
shows.
this?
I've done multiple shows.
Oh God, are we gonna look at this picture?
Yeah, but I stopped because I only have like half a fucking right deltoid, and I don't want to take synthol.
I'm surprised you
You
ever
don't need
stopped
Synthol.
wearing a speedo.
No, I don't want to look like fucking John Anderson. Well, I can't find it. I can't find the old Speedo I had, or trust me, that shit would be on there. Deep runner. Yeah.
He's made though, bro. He's
7
made.
pounds of red meat a day. 7 pounds of
outta
red.
here.
Right with
Yeah.
right with Robert Over's 20,000 calories a day.
The fuck
They
out of
they
here.
eat together.
Yeah, they must.
he's a beast, dog. He's
Hey,
a beast.
he's a beast who fucking loves synthol. Okay.
Oh man, that's just hilarious.
I'm just gonna, you know what, dude? My ass cheeks are pretty much synthol by now. I've abused them so much with
Just
test
scar
propionate.
tissue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking, dude. You can
Oil and
Yeah, I
scar
got
tissue.
scar
It's-
tissue too.
lumps like from here to here is just one massive scar tissue.
Okay, is it visible though? Does
Yeah,
it,
you
does
can
it
see it
part
right
out?
here.
All right, so who's the guy?
Muhammad.
Mo.
Oh,
Yes.
man, he's got 2 golf balls.
Dude,
on
it
his
looks
ass.
like horns are about
Yeah,
to grow
it's
out of his
nuts.
ass.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It
Why
looks
does
like
he
when-
keep pinning that?
I don't know. Someone needs to tell him.
He needs to just put a washcloth, just a hot ass washcloth on there.
Dude,
Let that shit
I
dissipate.
started taking the extra 30 seconds of prep and just backloading sling pins so I can do multiple injections. They're quick and they don't leave any fucking scar tissue.
That's the only way to
But
do it.
he fucking bent over to pick up an Atlas stone, and he looked like
Yeah, it was too just. And the thing
it
is,
looked like Kim Kardashian had her ass implants like
Yeah.
fucking slide
they're
up
both
to
the
the
same
outside.
size.
They look like handles, like you're supposed to grab them, like you have to pick them up or something.
Fucking disturbing.
Yeah.
I hope you're looking for your bodybuilding pictures.
I am.
That's what I
But
want to see.
yeah, dude, that's just crazy. I don't know why he keeps hitting his ass. I never pinned my ass.
Me neither, actually. It's awkward to like turn and get back. I got short arms.
I just
and I'm real
did.
tight through my shoulders. So even to get my shoulders, I have to do this maneuver where it's like I'm on the shitter, right? And I gotta like put my elbows in between my knees, use my knees to push my arms together, and I gotta sit here.
See, that's nuts.
And I
dude.
gotta sit here for 30 seconds while I drop the plunger,
No.
and I can't breathe because it wiggles the pin in my shoulder, and then it just hurts more.
You
So I'm
can-
like hyperventilating while I'm trying to drop fucking 3 cc's into my delt.
I was 23 with Tanya Moore in this picture.
Who's that?
Tanya Moore, she's my old trainer. She's the shit. At
Look
23.
at that.
Oh,
You need to send me that picture because I'm gonna cut it in right here so we can see that Doug Malo face. Who does he look like right there?
Doug.
He look like the 6th Backstreet Boy right there.
Yeah, he got bangs. Are those bangs?
I've never had.
fucking
Hey, I have
bangs.
a fucking mullet, and that's bad enough. But
That's on your IG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stalk your IG and pull that
Oh,
picture.
there it
This
is.
is one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a such.
All right, you look like you're 52 in that picture. What's going on there?
No, this is the worst show I've ever done. I lost my ass. I lost my arms. I had 21-inch arms going into this shit, and I was 275 when I started the cut. I ended up at 206.
How long was your prep?
Too fucking long with this fucking dude who was like, swear to God that he was a guru, and then halfway through I figured out he was just fucking full of
Those
shit.
fake gurus. man.
Yeah.
Wait, he just like have you out no carbs and like.
Yeah, and then like, dude, this is when I knew, like, I stopped talking to him because like I was fucking like eating one day, and I was like, oh, what'd you eat today? I was like, tilapia and broccoli, like you fucking told me to. He's like, what the fuck is broccoli? I'm like, what do you mean? It's fucking broccoli. He's like, that's a carb. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? That's what I had to deal with. Somebody told me broccoli was a carb, and at that moment, I realized that they were the dumbest person.
Who
on earth.
said that?
What's there, like 2 grams of carbs?
There's
and a
no
stalk of
Hey, no, this guy's got-
vegetables aren't carbs. Like
Yeah.
those shit don't
Yeah,
count.
this guy's gone through enough. I mean, like, I don't want to put his family out there because I like his ex-wife, but you know, like this guy's a fucking complete fuck.
You like his ex-wife?
No, she's
Oh,
cool. She's a
oh.
friend. Like, she's cool as fuck.
That
you
came
know.
out wrong.
Yeah, no. But I have a girlfriend that I would never admit
You
to
gotta
anything
keep
on
vegetables in your diet, man.
Huh?
You gotta keep vegetables in your
Yeah.
diet.
Your girlfriend must be a saint.
She is.
Oh my god, she must be a.
Yeah, except when she's sleeping, she fucks me up so bad. I'll wake her up, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to work. And she'll be like, oh, fucking touch me. I'm like, oh, my ear. And then she'll call me back, can I get a kiss before I go? I'm like, you just fucking punched me.
Punch me in the face. For
Yeah.
waking me up.
How long you guys been together?
Yeah, 2.5 years.
All right.
Yeah, there's only been one moment where I've legitimately thought about hitting her, you know? Like, we were sleeping one
Dude, that's a
night.
good average for a
Yeah.
long-term relationship.
Yeah.
How often do you think about hitting Laura?
Oh, we're doing you. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? I mean, like less than 10, but yeah, more than 0.
Hey, mine was on at least 1,000 milligrams of Tren and like fucking 150 milligrams of Anadrol plus D-ball and Winnie and everything else. And I'm laying in bed and she hit me and I'm just sitting there and fucking shaking like, she fucking hit me. I can't take this right now. And I reached over and I
Damn.
grabbed her shoulder and I whispered in her ears like, if you hit me one more fucking time. And then I just fucking went back. I'm just shaking mad.
Like this is gonna turn into a lifetime
Yeah.
special.
Dude, but she doesn't just hit me, like she's like a fucking artist with like punching you and kicking you in the face while she's laying down flat. Like one time I was like messing around with her, like I hit her like this and then she slapped me super hard. And then like I tapped her with my finger and then her foot came up and kicked me in the face. And I was like, how the fuck did you kick me?
This is how you guys sleep?
She's violent, in the bed only. That's it. In
she
public,
figured it
sweetest
out.
thing in the world.
She puts on that face.
Yeah.
And you walk around with bruises on your body and you have to wear long sleeves.
I'm just laying on the fucking bed and here she is
turtlenecks.
behind me. She's like, you better fucking be ready, boy.
So she does. It's always the unassuming ones. No, man, I mean, me and Laura get into it over silly shit, but I mean, even if I had the impulse, like I would think twice before assaulting Laura. Have you seen her hands? She's got those like Mexican fruit picking hands. Like fucking, she has more veins running down her hands than I do. Like her first strongman contest, she
got a grip though.
She carried 170-pound handles for like 200 feet.
She's got a nasty
It's
grip.
like we had guys out today.
She ripped your dick off.
Oh, dude, like
she's.
I remember we set up this. I had this idea to train your grip, where we were doing hangs from a fat bar, because like one of our racks has a fat bar and it's fixed though. So I'm like, that's not that hard. So what I did is I set the safety pins up and set an axle up there so it rolls. So it's a lot harder. So we were doing hangs up there. So Emily comes in and she's watching us doing hangs. And she's like, oh, what are you guys doing? Like, we're doing a little grip work, decompress the spine, get your hands a little stronger. It's all good. So I have Laura up there and she does a hang for like 25 seconds on this like rolling axle. And Emily jumps in and she hopped up. She got about 3 seconds and fell off. And I can see the look on her face. She's like, I'm doing those fucking things from now on.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not going to lose that again. But Laura has these like
she got a good grip.
Angry, like, they're like alligator jaws.
Yeah, like that.
And I feel like she could just plunge her fingers into my eyes if she wanted to.
Probably.
And just yank my eyeballs out.
Probably.
So I don't like to admit it to her, but I live in a little bit of fear.
Yeah.
She's like short, she has a low center of mass. She's got strong hips.
Yeah,
Like, she can just spear right through.
Well, I'm
you.
an emotional cripple. You know, Melissa just has to stop talking to me, and I just fucking hit
Oh,
the
is
ground.
that it? Oh, that's leverage. That's
Dude,
leverage.
It's
right
terrible. I think we've had one really bad fight, and it was on my birthday.
What was it over?
I got too drunk, and like I bought her a drink at the bar, and this dude was talking to her, and it was like a little Asian dude, and her ex-boyfriend's kind of like Asian and white. And I'm like, man, this is not happening right now. So I walked over,
Okay,
and I was
first
like,
of all, racist.
yeah, whatever. So, anyways, I walked over. I was like, "Hey, I'm Doug. Nice to meet you." I introduced myself, and the guy brushed me off, and I was just like, and my buddy Paul's looking at me. He's like, "I've never seen your eyes like light up so aggressively." And he just sat down, and I was like, I was wondering what
You
you
guys
think.
knew this guy?
No, I didn't know this fucking guy.
Oh, so
so
you
I
just
just
hit
sat
on
there
him.
and I fucking sat there for a second. I thought about it, and I just put both the drinks down. I stood up and I said, "I'm gonna fucking murder you if you don't get the fuck out of here." And the guy looked at me like, "What, you being an asshole?" And I was like, "What, motherfucker?" And then he just took off. And then Melissa's like, "I can talk to anyone I want." I was like, "I wasn't doing nothing." I was like, "You know what? Start talking to people and watch how many fucking people I can knock out." And that's how that happened.
Low key though, she fucking loves you for that.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a fight. That's a fight you have to put up with.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna assert herself like I talk to whoever I want, but that part of her brain,
Yeah.
like the important part,
Yeah.
is like he's fathering my children.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's necessary.
Hey, I gave her the alternative. You go ahead, talk to as many people as you want, and you watch and see how many people I can knock
One
out
of
tonight.
my best friends I trained with for like 10 years. He should be running seminars because he taught me how to be assertive. No, go.
You can do it.
There it is, right
How
there.
to be assertive.
He taught me like how to be assertive and how not to like the little cues you don't think about where people are really trying to like undercut you.
Yeah.
And what he used to tell, girls he was seeing, he's like, "Do you care about that guy? Because if you care about him, you're not going to talk to him. Because if you talk to him, I'm going to knock him out." So if it was like an ex-boyfriend or something, like, "Do you care about him?" Then no talk to him because I'm going to knock him out. It was just like plain as day, just like that.
Yeah, that's how that works. Melissa will straight up stop talking to me like I don't exist anymore if I ever fucked up, so I just choose not to, you know?
Man.
Yeah. And I'm like, I talk to a lot of people. I'm a social butterfly, you
Yeah.
know, and like I have my shirt thing, so I got like women, and we all talk, and we're all friends, and I got friends that are girls, right? But it's like, I will sit there and show you every DM and every text that I fucking have, and she'll answer them with me. Like, we're on the, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a very, very transparent relationship we have. Because I know if I fuck up, just like one of her friends did, like when you're like trying to hold Melissa accountable for not going after her boyfriend that broke up with her. And Melissa was like, "What the fuck? I'm an adult. Like, I don't do that, you know?" So, like, you be accountable for your relationship, and I'm not talking to you anymore. And then literally, that was it. Like, she never existed to her. Like a fucking ghost.
Do you think that's a tactic girls normally use?
Uh,
Because I do that shit.
Yeah,
what?
but
Do
no,
what?
but weak girls will go back to you. I have a strong feeling that Melissa has like the toughness of like, I don't even want to.
Like you're worried she's actually just
Yeah.
not gonna talk again.
No, never. She's the
Really?
strongest willed person I've
Ooh.
ever met. She's so strong willed.
That's
It turns me on and it's
Yeah,
so
that's
scary
good.
at the same time.
a
Yeah.
powerful tool to have.
Yeah.
Like that level of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, I would be okay without you. And I'm like, oh.
You're like, I won't.
Yeah. No, but it's like the whole feeling. It's like, you don't need me. I will be here.
Dude, guys that spend as much, like grown ass adult. How old are
Yeah.
you?
29.
So,
Fuck, we're the same age.
so grown ass adults, I'm gonna be 32 this month.
I'm 30.
Guys that are right around 30 that spend this much time just recreationally developing a bigger body, we are not okay.
No.
We are not. You're not gonna find somebody that has spent this many thousands of hours. How much time would you say you spent training in your lifetime? Because they say that expertise line, right? That 10,000 hour rule. Easily 10,000 hours training.
Oh, well,
easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Not to mention the fucking $10,000 or more.
Right?
You want a financially stable guy? Don't look fucking here.
Yeah.
Here's, I'll take every life.
That their cell tech is
Man,
expensive.
if I didn't like invest in this shit, I'd be pretty okay financially.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, you'd probably be like just overall in a better
yeah,
spot, right?
All around wellness, everything would
Like-
be great. I'd be wearing like flip flop thongs, sandals everywhere.
Like I got money in the bank, I got a healthy relationship, I got like a nice car.
Going on vacations, walking the beach in linen pants and shit, just chilling.
Yeah. That's what you linen pants?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
You're
my
a slut.
fantasy.
He just wants his dick fucking.
that's it. I just want that shit flopping everywhere.
Just all white
All
with that
white,
hat.
yeah.
With that hat. That was my favorite video, is the hat you were wearing at Joe's Deadly
I don't
Party.
even know what the fuck I do. Like, I wouldn't be able. I couldn't see myself in any other life. Besides
No, there's
like,
no way
yeah.
I could not do this.
If I like found myself like in an alternate universe, like if I got the transport and I saw myself walking with like a family and kids at like 25, like skinny, no muscle, and a beer belly, I'd slap the shit out of them. I'd just beat them up and kill them. You don't deserve me. Whatever
in New York.
representation you have of me, you're not me. Fuck you.
This will not be the name passed down to our children.
Sorry, kids, your dad's a failure. Clearly, you're going to be too, and you married a bitch. So like, I don't understand.
I don't know how guys couldn't like want to live or work out or just be okay. With
What I always took it as, so like, my dad was an MD. He was a psychiatrist. So always the smartest guy in the room, very accomplished, went through med school. I think he makes like $500,000 a year. He makes an insane amount of money, right? And I watched him go through his 30s and 40s, because that was the last time I talked to him, where he had that like midlife like breakdown. Like, okay, I finished school after fucking 100 years of school, however long they have to do it. He's like, I finished school, I'm making all this money. He's like, I am like at that upper echelon of society. I can afford any vacation. I'm financially secure, whatever. And then when he got to that point, and then he just looked at like the family and the life he was kind of stuck with, and he was kind of like dumpy and overweight, and it's like there was still no satisfaction.
Yeah.
And I credit that a lot because he had this like massive midlife crisis. But I look at that and I'm like, I think that was 100% because you did not dive into your passion. Like, you didn't live that greatness in your life. Like, you optimized something you were good at, you made money at it, but that's a lot different than planting your fucking seed in the ground.
Yeah.
And growing this fucking like testament to your own greatness.
Dude, there's hard work, and then there's taking your mind somewhere else to do what you really, 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 really want to do.
The thing
and hard work is the formula to life. Like, life is a math problem, and hard work solves that math problem, and then you get by. And a lot of people think, okay, well, I did all this bullshit. I got a job. I went to school. I went there. I worked hard. Why am I still feel, uncontent or just depressed? Like, I haven't done more. And it's because you gotta, put your mind. There's, like I said, there's that hard work, and then there's that just dark ass place that a lot of people go, like motherfucking Doug Mahler before he picks up over 7, where he's in the happiest fucking place in his mind. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between that.
You're not gonna end your life with satisfaction
Yeah,
if all
you're
that
not.
hard work was to work for someone else.
Exactly.
To do something where your heart wasn't. It's
Yeah.
like going out and finding that path that makes you fucking feel alive.
Because at the end of the day, they're just doing that shit to provide too. At the same time.
Of course. But it's like all this. It's like, even, I mean, at the end of the day, we might not be on the fucking greatest of all time list, but it's like, to engage in the type of shit we did. Or we do. He's like, Doug's like, why?
Wait a minute.
No.
You're interviewing me.
Not yet. No. But even if you, I was agreeing. You know what I mean? We're just having fun.
But even if it is just for fun, and even if you don't climb to the highest heights, it's like, even in the pool of people that you exist in, it's like you're known as that guy. You're known as the person that stands a foot above everybody else, and it's real primal shit.
Yeah.
It's shit that's missing in a lot of people's lives.
It is. Well, I think people don't take care of themselves, like mentally, like, or spiritually. Like, for me, like, I was never happy with myself growing up. Like, I picked on a lot. I was fat. Always really good at fucking sports. So I was always better than everybody at sports. And then I was always bigger in kids my age. And kids my age always fucking picked on me. So I was always a little fucking weirdo, but all my older friends I got along with. So I'd go to fucking elementary school and I was a fucking, fucking fat kid who was good at sports who got picked on by everybody. But then I'd go home and I was accepted and I was cool with everybody. So I always had like this fucking two extremes,
I
like
can
this
relate
big
to that.
dichotomy growing up, right? So then I was never okay with it. So I got to the military, still wasn't okay with myself. I developed an eating disorder, all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you go through all these fucking things. You're like, what will I need to do to be happy? And I was like, well, this makes me happy. So then I started pursuing and chipping away at that. And now I'm at a point where like, okay, now I'll be more accepting of doing different careers and other stuff, but I'm still gonna live because I know I can maintain now.
Yeah.
See, that's
You know what I
cool,
mean?
man.
Because like other people don't do that. They don't. They just fucking, this will make me happy. And then they haven't had enough questions answered. Like, how the fuck do you know what you want unless you've like run it through the process? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know if something's gonna work for you or if it's gonna make you happy unless you run it through the process?
Oh yeah, you gotta.
And I already
you gotta implement it.
And we're a prime example. Your dad's a prime example. My dad's a huge fucking example of what not to do to be happy. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking work. You worship money. You fucking do all these things, and look at you. At the end of the day, alone and miserable for what? You know what I mean? Like, it's not life.
I always knew that if I was doing something that gave me purpose, that I knew I was good at, and I knew could like actually contribute to others, I could live in a fucking box behind a McDonald's. Like,
Yeah.
like that type of a mentality. It's like you want to be rich, but in the right things.
Oh yeah.
And it's like eventually I'm gonna have money. Eventually things are gonna pan out and grow based on what the things I do now. But the important thing was that always has to start. Like, it's not at the end, like you make all that money, okay, now you can go do shit you want to do.
But why would you do it? You're tired and old at that point.
Right? Like, why defer it to the end of your life?
Yeah, dude, I'll fucking make the money at the end of my life, but you're not gonna fucking defer my good times while I could have it.
Real quick, I took 2 shots. Somebody has to take this. Somebody.
I got to train still.
You know, I gotta go bowling with my family.
I'm hearing a lot of
Bowling.
excuses.
You like doing that? I can't bowl.
No, I fucking hate bowling.
I don't like fucking bowling
Melissa.
because you're talking about an 8-pound ball, right? 8, 11 pounds,
15
right?
I know why you don't like to do it.
With,
Man.
all with one motherfucking arm.
Man use 15-pound
Or
balls.
whatever the fuck. I haven't bowled since I was like in kindergarten.
Okay.
But fucking,
For the
God
record,
damn it.
nobody would take this shot.
the fucking, it's like 15 pounds on your shoulder and your bicep all goddamn day long. You know what I mean? And then you got to recreate that same motion with your fucking left hand to keep the shit even. Then at the end of the day, one sleeve is tighter on your arm than the other, and you're like, fuck, man.
So what? How far do you take that? What do you do to?
You don't want to know
No,
how deep this shit
I know
got
a
with
little
me.
bit.
You don't want to know.
What do you do when you
how
open a door?
So listen,
Dude,
dude, this is how fucked
Bad.
up I was when I first got into this shit. Cause I played baseball and throwing that goddamn 5-ounce ball every goddamn day made my shoulder and my right side develop better than my left. And when I noticed that, because I put on a shirt one day and I was like, why the fuck is it tighter on one side than the other? And I had to take that shit apart. And I was like, fuck, my right arm's bigger than my left, and it's because of that. So I used to hide it and wear the wristbands and watches and shit. I used to like try to make my wrist look bigger. and
hide
shit.
it.
Yeah, I used to try to hide it. So I was like, fuck it, man, I'm done playing fucking baseball. I can't do this shit. So everything that I did with my right hand, I made sure I could do with my left hand.
So
And
you
I
definitely jack off with
I
it.
jacked off with my left hand after every shoulder and arm workout.
But you need to do
was
that
part of my
anyways
fucking-
because your right hand's on the mouse.
Yeah.
So that's just good logistics.
Well, now,
No,
now
I
you got-
switched
Now
the
you got the
mouse.
phone. It could be anywhere.
Bro, I will switch the
I jerk off
mouse.
the Crafton Hills.
You will
fucking-
switch
Computer,
the
you know this day, bro.
Yeah.
At my desk at work, like if I do a whole day with my right, the next day you will see my left hand on the motherfucking mouse. Even when I type papers. Like, dude, most of the words that you use in sentences is on the right side of the keyboard. And I would feel myself like, yo, I'm using more of my right fingers than I am my left fucking fingers. I'm fucked up, bro.
Yeah, that's
You
not
are.
healthy, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
Healthy.
It's like, it's fucking nuts. That's why when you said you wouldn't want a kid born into some, like you showed me that, I wouldn't want to have a kid to think like the fuck I think. He'd be a nutcase. And I wouldn't know what to tell him, but oh yeah, I know what the fuck.
Hey, you want to hear what's fucked up? Even if I got mad at masturbating with my left, you know what I mean? Even if I wanted to, look at this with my right arm. It can't get there if I want to. If I lose my left arm, that's it for me, guys.
No,
If
you
my,
just-
You'll find a way.
You gotta make a FIFA.
No, it'll be over exaggerated. This is painful for my shoulder to do right here. So
Yeah, dude, it was like that, dude. It was fucked up.
Put a sponge and some KY
what,
and
that's
a
what I'll
rubber
become
glove
rich.
and just stick it in the couch cushion. And
nah, that's when I'll become rich.
when you stop wasting all your time doing
You won't be able to look at yourself.
You actually put it towards,
Yeah.
towards productive.
Doug is so productive, but hey, he's got energy, dude. He's
Oh,
never
man.
tired.
One of the most important movies I ever saw was 40 Days and 40 Nights.
Yeah. This is-
Josh Hartnett couldn't jerk off for Lent.
Dude.
He started twitching. He started going crazy. That's hard on a man.
I don't know.
It depends though,
They have
because like
that-
when I prep, I abstain from all that
Do
shit.
you really?
And you know what? It's weird, bro. But like, all right, so.
Ah.
And yeah, I get it. And there's no science behind it. Like you can literally nut before you go train and still get the amount of.
No, it takes away if you do it before you train. The day before is good.
You
I
can do it
researched
right
this whole
before you
thing.
train.
I'm like the horniest man on the planet.
Yeah, you can do the shit, but I would do it, and my focus and I would be so tense, and I would actually sleep better. Like if I needed to wake up at 4 a.m., I'd wake up at 4 a.m.
Let me put it
If
this
I had
way.
sex the next day, I'd sleep in.
Let me put it this way. All right, we're talking about Ronnie Coleman, right? And
Yeah.
like the end of his legacy, everything accomplished, everything he did, and now he can't walk. He has back problems. He's constantly in pain. And there's this debate, like, is it worth it for everything he did, for his family, establishing himself as the greatest? Who was it? Sean Ray said he said he wouldn't have
Sean
done
Ray.
that.
Yeah.
I hope you tag Sean Ray in this video. Sean
No.
Ray, fuck you.
Dude, you don't want to hear
Nobody
my
fucking
opinion.
likes you.
Well, we'll
Your
get-
fucking videos suck.
You don't want to hear my
suck.
opinion.
We'll
on
get
Sean Ray.
we'll get your opinion on Sean Ray right after this, but that's how I look at it. Like,
Needle dick.
I
I had a
would.
feeling if I went to high school with Sean Ray, I'd just push him on the floor every fucking day I walk by.
That's why he's a bodybuilder.
That's why he's a
He
bodybuilder.
probably got pushed.
Yeah, you know what? If I bodybuild with him too, I do the same thing backstage.
Sean Ray is that dean in Old School.
I
Like,
would-
I'm not cheese anymore.
I would 100% put myself in Ronnie Coleman's shoes as an old man to accomplish the things he did. But I would
Yeah,
not.
his
but,
wife was fine, too.
But I would not abstain from jerking off.
No.
Like give me all the back surgeries, but you don't want me to jerk off before a meet? Like fuck
Yeah.
You know, that's just something I do.
Get out of here!
That's
I
just
know.
something
No,
I
I
do.
know. I can't wrap my head
Yeah,
around
it's
it.
just-
That
I
doesn't
literally
sense to
jerked
me.
off in almost every building I've been in. It's,
Yeah.
like, it's a thing.
Doug's
Fucking
jerked
internet's a
off.
motherfucker, dude.
Doug's jerked off twice since he's been.
Yeah, I know. I saw him.
No, it's terrible. I'll be crafting hills.
That's why he's
I'll be
on the
like,
outside of the
it's on my
camera.
phone. And I'm like,
Man, wheel it in. People
No,
can't see.
can you see this? It's
There
damn.
it
But
is.
no.
There it is.
Anyways,
We got
no, that's just something I do. I just like to
It's like
feel.
superstition, or
I don't know. I
part of
just
your
feel
habit?
tense. I feel tense. I feel focused. Like it's just one thing on my mind and that's it. You know, if I let something else get there, or like a woman or sex, then it's like I want to put that first and then put everything that I'm going after second. I don't know. It makes like for a lot of athletes, you don't have to do that shit.
Well, I'll
like
tell you
it's
what,
dumb.
I
But
was-
for me, it works.
I was planning on being single for fucking ever after like my last relationship before Melissa, you know, because I was like, dude, I can't train with these fucking women. They're fucking crazy. Like you remember the stalker, like fucking up my ass about everything. I don't know if you knew me that well back then, but I'd be trying to work out. Even if I talked to a girl while I was fucking working.
Is this over
like,
the 24-hour fitness right here?
Fucking just be following me around, dude. My buddy Matt Van Norman would come by and make shark noises, meaning that she's nearby. But fucking like creeping behind machines and yeah, I'm just like, God, dude, like, what the fuck?
That's where I met you. Is at this 24-hour back
Yeah,
here.
they gave you a bottle of Tren.
You did. I forgot about that.
Dude, I don't even know how you would find time in a bodybuilding prep, like a real bodybuilding prep, to even fucking be able to hook up with a girl. Like, cause
Dude, I'll do a bodybuilding show. Give me fucking 8 weeks. I'll be fucking.
let me
shredded.
run your prep. Like, let me do
Nah, I
your
can do
prep.
I'm a
No, I
damn
just
good-
saw your side chest, motherfucker. Let me do.
No, that was the one prep I didn't do myself.
It was like
all
some
right?
Back to the Future shit. You look 30 years older with that
Hey,
shot.
hey, that right there was the worst experience of my life, and that doesn't
You look
fucking
like old
count.
Biff.
Yeah.
Hey, but that was actually a really bad photo they took.
That was a
because-
bad photo.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
That was a
I'm
bad
sure
photo.
they didn't know how to focus the Canon either. But
Yeah.
2 hours later.
fucking. Anyway, we were just gonna talk about Sean Ray, right?
Yeah.
And Ronnie
Needle
Coleman.
dick.
But,
Needle dick Sean Ray.
I honestly, okay, one, Sean Ray likes to be the guy that says, I was right, I was right, I was right. Two, Sean Ray only has like one Arnold Classic, and he had to give one back because he popped on roids when they did
They tested him?
They did one year. They did a drug test, and he
You can't hold that against him.
You
though.
can't hold it against
You
him.
can't hold
This
it.
was at
can't hold it against
240 pounds, and he had me cut from there. Yeah, I would say that
It's
coach.
weird seeing his abs. I don't like it.
He had you cut from what? The picture
From that picture right there, I was 240, and he had me cut more. Swear. I looked fucking anorexic. It was the
Yeah, that
worst.
was stupid.
That was like, that's show
Honestly,
ready.
wherever you were there, I'd have just maintained you
Yeah,
and then
it's
just cut your
chocolate,
water
yeah.
because
I would-
you weren't holding really nothing there.
No.
Yeah.
If anything, I should have been eating right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could have had a
knew
lot of
better.
fun.
I knew better.
I'm gonna have a hell of a time sobering up and trying to find all those pictures so the people watching know what the fuck we're talking about.
It's okay. It's gonna be fun. You guys will have plenty of fucking porn to watch. It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
No, that's your
I'm
prep.
gonna Fight Club this shit. I'm gonna randomly cut in pictures of dicks into this episode. Like Doug's gonna be talking, and then it's just gonna be a dick, like one frame. They're not even gonna notice it. It's gonna be
Did
subliminal.
they do that in Fight Club?
You didn't see that movie?
I saw Fight Club, but I don't remember the dicks.
I don't remember the dicks either.
That's what Tyler.
You know how I know
that's
you're
what-
gay? You
Did I remember the dicks? No, Tyler Durden worked at a movie theater, like, and he was responsible
Oh, yeah.
for changing the reels. So you'd splice in
Oh,
pictures
yeah,
and
yeah,
close-ups,
yeah.
extreme
No, I remember
close-ups
that.
of dicks into Disney movies.
Yeah.
So it showed the kid crying because they're watching, the lovable bird talking to the beautiful princess, and then you just see bloop.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
kids
yeah,
start
yeah,
crying.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
That's true. True story.
That's fucked up.
Maybe that's why I like Disney movies. But
Why you trying to suck the box?
Okay.
fucking
Put all the dicks in there.
Anyway, I don't even know
So,
what
all right,
we're
so
talking
we're
about.
talking about Sean Ray.
Well, okay. I think Sean Ray was a phenomenal bodybuilder. I think he had one of the most classic physiques of his time. He was back then there wasn't divisions. So he was like 198 pounds getting on stage.
Was he that small?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was that small.
against these guys, right? But, I don't like his personality at all.
That's what makes him a loser.
Which makes him a loser. And I really think that the fact is that, I think he's jealous.
You think he's just too uppity?
He's not uppity. I just think he's jealous because he
Jealous
works his.
as fuck, yeah.
He's just jealous because he didn't get what Ronnie had. He didn't get what those guys had.
So all right, so we were talking earlier, right? Because we watched that Ronnie Coleman documentary last night. Me and Laura did, and so the whole thing is prefaced with all these other bodybuilders talking about Ronnie Coleman, and that kind of stood out to me. It's like on the one hand they're saying like, yeah, he was a freak, he was the greatest, whatever. But then it was like this little subtext of like bitterness.
Yeah.
Like it was these little like negs they were
Yeah.
doing, these little like digs.
That's what he
into
does.
That's what he does.
He undermines people's work because he's just a hater. He's always been a little
Watch
hater.
one of his interviews, like after like a muscle contest show or whatever. Like he'll interview the guy that just won, and he'll be like, "And don't touch my microphone." After I'd have been like, "Yo, fuck this interview. Like I'm gonna go talk to Dave
And
Palumbo."
don't touch my
Yeah, he'll be, "Oh, don't. The microphone is mine. Don't touch it." Like motherfucker, nobody's even watching muscular development interview. Like nobody
No.
gives a fuck.
He looks like a diva.
Yeah.
He's got to be the most like flamboyant bodybuilder.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, if anybody had the right to be fucking a little bit of a fucking hater, it was Kevin LeBron, because I think in his prime was one of the best ever.
Kevin LeBron got robbed. Kevin LeBron has been robbed. He's an uncrowned king, and I loved him as a bodybuilder. He was one of my favorites. And
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Sean Ray was one too because he displayed like a great body on stage.
Yeah.
And Flex Wheeler. If I had it, like my top guys was Kevin LeBron and Flex Wheeler, and I'm sorry, but I do, as a bodybuilder, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like Kobe Bryant as a person, but as an athlete, I think he's phenomenal. I don't like Sean Ray as a person, but as a bodybuilder, he was phenomenal. I gotta put Sean Ray in that mix. But those guys trained way different than motherfuckers train today.
So what about Cutler? Because that stood out to me. Cutler, that's the first time I've ever heard Cutler speak.
Yeah.
I saw him at the Arnold Classic like 10 years ago and realized how small he was, right? Because
They're all short.
well, 15 years ago, there wasn't like, there's Powerlifting USA, but it was all like, that's when West Side started coming out, and it was all like equipped, shirted shit, like shit I didn't care about. That was the closest I could get to like hardcore literature, whatever. Like the rest of it, it's like, I'm interested in lifting. All I had was fucking flex or muscular development, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, my only impression of these guys is what I saw in those magazines, and they looked just big as fuck. They just looked massive. Then you go to a Fit Expo, and it was funny, that documentary, like, I met Lee Priest in person once, up in, like, Victorville. They had a grand opening of a NutriShop.
He's really fuck,
so I drove up there, and was walking around, I'm like, that's the littlest person I've ever met. So Ronnie Coleman's talking about Lee Priest. He's like, yeah, Lee Priest, he's like this tall. He's like talking about Lee Priest, like he barely comes up off the floor. And
it's true though. How the fuck do you think you're gonna have the best your best pose with your arm turned like this? You think it's gonna look good with a tall dude like this? No, there's too much
the
space.
biceps too long, and you're gonna need some big ass forearms.
So the shorter limbs, you look more full. Like that makes sense to me. But it's funny to like, I grew up like looking at these guys like they must just be monsters. And then I meet them in person, and it's like
there's not too many tall Olympians. Like Arnold was one of them, but
I mean, even Ronnie was what, like 5'10".
Yeah, they're all about 5'8", 5'9" is like the best genetics to be a bodybuilder.
It is.
Once you start hitting, once you're like 6 foot, like like those guys like Dennis Wolf, and they all have problems with these shorter guys because it's easy for the shorter guy to look like so compact with all his muscle.
I walked past Gunther Schlierkamp at one of the expos, and he was walking by, and
he beat Ronnie, and it's funny, he beat Ronnie in just another show. I forget what show it was, but Ronnie used to compete like all year round. Like that's what these guys don't do today. Like once Phil Heath wins the Olympia, or once Sean Roden wins the Olympia, he's going to shut it down until the next Olympia. Ronnie will win the Olympia and do the fucking next show after that, or go back and do the Arnold Classic because they're giving away money or giving away a Hummer. He don't give a fuck. And Gunther actually beat him at one of those shows before the Olympia, and it was like this big old thing.
Was that kind of when he was on his downside? Like
a little bit, but he ended up killing the Olympia. I don't know what year it was, but I mean it was well before he hit 8, so he just kept going after
Ronnie could have been fucking healthier if he didn't do some stupid shit. Like the problem with fucking Ronnie is like when you're that fucking strong, you don't know how to shut it off. You know what I mean? And his problem is you want to
know.
You have a little with that, right?
But I don't dry my joints out fucking 4 weeks from a fucking contest feeling like dog shit, like let me go fucking squat some fucking heavy weight today.
Dude, I remember Johnny Jackson doing a powerlifting meet like 2 weeks before a bodybuilding show or something like that. But it's like, even there, it's like you're depleted, right? You're coming down. It's like, you might be able to lift weight.
But Stan Efferding and Johnny O used to beef, right?
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, but Johnny he's a geared lifter.
Right. So Johnny, he's retired now, but they used to always claim that he was the strongest bodybuilder in the world.
Yeah.
So when Stan Efferding found out, he was like, pump your brakes. I'm the strongest fucking bodybuilder
They had
in the world.
photo shoots with him with 9 fake plates on the bar, like ass to grass, no knee wraps, no belts.
But Stan called him out, dude.
No, Johnny Jackson. I remember that. They used to do that all the time. They did it with Coleman, too.
Oh, yeah. They always had big fucking plates. Even Rich Piana.
How did they never get shit? But now, like, Brad Castleberry's the devil because he's... you know what I mean? Like,
dude, I
feel bad for Brad Castleberry a little bit. Like a little bit.
Well, dude, he's got kids. He's just trying to fucking make money.
Okay, he doesn't call nobody out.
Leave him the fuck
He
alone.
doesn't say shit to nobody.
I was a hater at first. I'm like, oh, fake plates, fuck this guy with his board shorts. Then I went through and I realized one, he is yoked. He has a good physique, right?
Like
two, you go down his feed, it's all lifting videos and fucking positivity.
Yeah.
Which is rare. Yeah. I can't identify with that because I'm a bitter human being.
Yeah, all so my shit's negative.
Like
I have respect. I have
respect. Like a koala. I bet
Laura
Laura calls you her little koala.
No, she does. She's gonna now, motherfucker. Thank you. Yeah. No, they used to call me. Evan came up with this nickname. He used to call me Red Panda. He made me a hat one year and said Red Panda across the top because I got a red beard. So I look like a lot of things. All right, let's move on.
Okay,
all right. But I can see the koala. That was a good one.
I'm the tallest hobbit in the Shire.
You are.
So what the fuck was I talking about?
Oh, we were talking about Brad Castleberry.
Brad Castleberry, right? Yeah. So, all right, it's all lifting videos and it's all fucking positivity. You go down, it's all just like motivation for.
So it's like, how are you gonna hate on somebody having a good time?
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, so what? Like, you threw a fake plate on there. You got that Brazilian bitch with like 5 plates on.
Oh,
she's
my
got that
goodness.
like fake ass. Yeah. And she's doing like these perfect reps.
Well, they all do that shit.
Everybody. But going back through history, it's like all the centerfolds that I ever looked at that I pulled out, put them on the wall, like I want to lift that one day. And now I look at it and it's like, those are fake fucking plates.
Yeah, they're all fake.
Those are fake fucking plates. They were doing a photo shoot. So,
Well,
I mean,
what do you want to see that, or you want to see the 225 that he squatted 20 times?
Be
that he's
honest.
really just doing like slow and controlled. Like you gotta like pretend to imagine what that
No,
burn
but, and you
felt
know what?
like.
That's also like one of the biggest fucking problems I have with like powerlift or any sports in fucking general. It's like the minute somebody thinks they feel fucking special, like a powerlifter, somebody gets to 2K, they're like, I'm the greatest of all time. They expect like a fucking parade, someone to come out, suck
Yeah,
their dick,
dude.
like, you're the fucking greatest. And it's
Great,
like,
you're on the
dude,
top 500
I don't know
list.
if you. It's like I don't know if you know this, but like it's only special to you.
Yeah,
Like no one fucking cares. You're
Nobody.
not gonna make any more money. Like if you're not doing it for you anyways, and you want the attention, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
You're not making no fucking money. dog.
Well, a lot of people, you see them out there, they're just doing shit for attention. You know what I mean? Like they happen to be gifted with strength, but then they go out there and all they want is the attention and the accolades. But they're not even the best. There's always a guy who's like good, but not the best.
But to get that attention, you have to do something special, like light the barbell on fire, or do
Yeah.
a fucking backflip afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
You gotta be a
Or
circus
be the
act.
biggest
You gotta
hater.
be a
Like
circus
that's one of the things people do.
Yeah, you gotta
the
be a
biggest
fucking
hater.
circus act if you want it, because I mean, especially with bodybuilding. Like bodybuilding takes years.
Yeah.
If you really want to be a great bodybuilder, you gotta just
And
be
you
by
got-
yourself for years and
you
years.
got to
and
do it
years
for
and years.
15 years to find out if you can even be the best.
Exactly,
Yeah.
dude.
Right?
So today is like you see all these little skinny fucks with abs, and they're like now their fucking body. It's like no,
physique.
yeah, it was
And
physique.
they don't understand that the NPC's just pimping them out.
All they're doing is pimping you fuckers out because you're just another fucking entry form,
Yeah.
and you're
Every-
another ticket in the seat.
Every
Yeah.
sport does that though. They realize that if we have more divisions, we can cater to more people, and make more money.
Oh, yeah.
It's a consumer sport.
Yeah.
That's the fucking organizations are Walmart, and they're finding more avenues for you to pay to compete. And they're just making
Pretty much what it is.
Just waters at the fucking.
Yeah, dude.
But no,
It's
I was
sad, bro.
So I've been chasing.
Nobody wants to be big anymore. I hate that shit.
I've been chasing this strongman pro card forever, and
Yeah.
I just went to nationals a couple of weeks ago, and what they're doing now, they used to have multiple contests. Now it's like there's 2 contests you can get a pro card at. But at nationals, it's top 3. If you're top 3 at nationals, you get a pro card. So I go in hopeful, and I'm thinking, okay, like I think I stand a chance of getting there, and I'm trying to think in my head like what that'll mean, because you look forward to like that 2K
Yeah.
goal, right?
Yeah.
You're a powerlifter, you hit that 2K goal, it's like I'm somebody. People will take me seriously now.
Yeah.
And I fucking watched these guys. Long story short, I shit the bed. Didn't make
Yeah.
top 3. I'm watching the guys that took top 3. Even on the strongman sites, like there wasn't coverage. Like nobody
Yeah.
really knew. Nobody really cared. For as hard as it is to get, for as like I don't know, prestigious as it is, for the doorways it opens up for you, you can compete
Yeah.
internationally or these bigger shows. It's like I realized that I'm like nobody cares.
The thing
Unless
is,
nobody cares.
Unless you're the guy.
Unless you're the guy.
Yeah.
but
When
unless
you're
you-
the fucking guy.
When you're the guy that breaks the
that's-
mold and
Or
turns
or
into
you're
something
polarizing like Brandon
because I
Allen.
can make myself
Word.
anything I want to be.
Hey, but I'll tell you this: Brandon Allen at fucking in Australia was the most entertaining thing I've ever watched in powerlifting.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Even though he's a person, he was a thing that day because he fucking walked out 1,007 and fucking dunked it.
But you have to have
He's
a
a
hook.
strong dude.
You have to have
Oh,
a hook. There has to be a hook.
Yeah, well, Brandon's just himself. He's having a good time when he's out there. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you rub your nipples and fucking
Dude,
shoot
the,
your fucking air guns after your fucking deadlift, I think that right there simulates you're having a good fucking time, which is what I think.
The fitness industry today is about personality. It's not about strength.
Well, also too, I think people who do the fitness industry, the funniest thing, the biggest thing I watch, and the thing that's going to be the biggest failure for most people is doing this shit, trying to fit in and be like everyone else, thinking that somehow their identity is into this fitness industry. My identity is here. I am a lifter. I am
No,
this.
you're not.
Like, look, I powerlift because I'm competitive. You know what I mean? But like, I realized that when Joe and I had a talk and he started making me take it serious, I ended up fucking hurt, miserable, not wanting to train. When I'm fucking having fun and I'm just fucking off doing what I like to do, and I'm like literally just fucking being a retard in the gym, my strength just starts blooming.
Yeah.
Like after this injury and like since I've been recovering, you know, like yeah, I'm doing Brandon's programming, but like I honestly don't care whether I get the reps or not. I don't care how many reps I have to do. I'll even stop the fucking reps if I don't feel like fucking doing them and leave the gym. You know what I mean? But I haven't done that yet, and my strength's blossoming because I don't fucking care anymore.
Interesting.
Because I'm doing what I naturally did.
Yeah.
I was having fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Now-
the thing. Like, we used to just go, like, you get in the gym and you just get nasty. Like, there was no program. It was
Yeah.
just a grown man's playground.
I
That's
think,
what we used
yeah,
to call
after
it.
I get to 2K, I'm taking a whole year off without coaching or training, and I'm going to get fucking nasty. Like,
So-
that goes to PR like fucking 3 times in a year.
I think programs hurt everybody.
No.
I think so.
No, Brandon. All right, so Brandon's program is good. Andy's
No,
advice is very good.
not like people like you with experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like these new lifters, they haven't.
They
like,
don't count.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like go play real quick. Like go in there and go play. Like
Yeah.
go touch everything.
Oh,
real
dude,
quick.
I had this guy
You know what I mean?
powerlifting Gonzo Kyle Gonzalez, you fucking idiot.
I thought you were
So-
about to say Mike.
No.
Mike is up. Natty Mike.
Yo, he gets on Mike a lot though,
We got some Mike. We might have to
Poor
take a
little
segue
Mike.
for some
Yeah.
Mike Gonzalez
dude.
stories.
Yo, we got to. I got a
Poor
shitload
little
of them.
Mike. No, I don't want to pick on any kids today, so I'm not gonna pick on poor little Mike.
No, I like Mike,
He
man.
tries hard. He's like the little engine that can't.
Mike is a good
No,
motivator.
okay. I will say because Mike's that guy. Like the little engine fucking analogy's right because
Yes.
he starts out. He goes so hard so fast. You can't take him seriously, right?
Yeah.
Because it's always he's in everybody's face. Like I will do this. I'm gonna do that. But he's also the guy that, like, if he was on the football team, he could be the best fucking corner out there,
Yeah.
or whatever, and he would still get "kick me" signs put on his back.
Yes.
Like that's the guy.
Yeah.
He
He
tries
likes
so
that.
hard.
He likes that though.
I think he kind of.
Oh, hell yeah, he
I
likes
think
that
he
shit.
He
does.
likes the abuse.
I
His
think he
girlfriend pegs him.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
don't knock it till you try it. So
With the way Melissa is, I don't. That's probably my near future.
That's-
You know, there's been a few times she's jumped on my back.
The power
and fucking-
dynamic.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I don't like this. I don't feel comfortable. I need you to get off. And she's
the
like,
way
one
you
day.
and Abe live
One
together, I
day.
think it's in your past.
Oh, dude, Abe and I are pretty gay. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty?
Pretty. Like full on gay.
Like full-
Did you see our
I
bottomless
believe it.
workout?
No.
We had a bottomless workout
I
day.
try to avoid those.
That shit probably stunk.
So,
Whoa, my balls
But,
are clean, Tony.
Anyways.
but Mike, for as hard as he's gone fast, like Mike's a good athlete.
Yeah, he's good. I
He's
like
fucking
Mike.
good.
He's
Yo,
good.
I
Still
like
fucking-
Mike.
Hey, look,
I like
I
Mike.
don't care how good Mike is. Mike could fucking break every world record. I will still text him. You still fucking suck, you little midget. You're still shorter than me. Fuck you. I know, but seriously, no. After Mike at Nationals, he worked his ass off. Like I went to go see him in one of his competitions, and he worked his fucking ass off. You know, and it's like I will be the guy to make fun of everyone till the day I die. Like
Yeah, he
I
trains
just
hard.
fucking I'm full throttle with
But
making.
people need that.
But like.
Yeah, your good
I
list
still,
doesn't
I
exist.
still had to hit up Mike, and I was like, you know what, dude? I was like, I actually was like, I had real compliments for
Yeah.
once. I won't get into it because I'm not gay, but you know, a real heart to heart bro moment. You know, I was kind of impressed. You know,
No, he's done a couple things. He's done he did that deadlift. What he went to
Yeah, he's
Iron
got like a
Addicts or something.
630
Yeah.
deadlift.
Yeah, and then even Tony was like, man, Mike's getting strong.
Yeah.
Me and fucking Easton.
He got the 630 deadlift within months. It didn't even take him a year. He like bombed
Well, I think it
out.
has to do with a very erratic
Yeah.
inclusion of
Yeah,
certain
the
things into his
motherfucker
regimen.
bombed out at Pendleton. And then like 6 months later, he's like deadlifted 630.
But then, like 6 months after that, he missed like a 550 or something weird like that. It was something
Yo,
inexplicable.
program me, Mike.
Mike
the
can't
heck?
coach. Hashtag
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mike can't coach. But
He started his own hashtag one day.
you
I
see
forget.
that? He puts
Yeah.
on his lifters like I think it's a joke. I think people were saying Mike can't coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he
And
did
then
it.
He took it and turned it, which is a good move, by the way.
Mike talked to one of my clients before, and then he came over. He's like, you know this guy Mike, and I was like, I love Mike, and I was like, he's actually a friend of mine. And he goes, yeah, but he's such a dick. And he was like telling me like I couldn't make any progress without his help, and then I kept pressuring me, so I just like couldn't train there anymore.
This is my favorite Mike
shit.
story.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Mike story. We're at Barbells and Brews
Mike, though.
at CrossFit Myriad, right? So they do kind of a cool things for charity, but it's powerlifting meet, but it's all CrossFit-y. And then it's instead of the normal list, it's a front squat, a power clean, and an overhead press. So which are all, I'm much better at those than I am at actual power lifts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go do that. So Tony shows up, and Tony shows up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what was in his regimen,
Yeah.
but he was crotchety as fuck that day. And then the fact he had to walk into a CrossFit gym and see all these CrossFitters doing CrossFit things. Yeah, he was in a bad mood. So he goes and sits down in the chair, and I think he had his sunglasses on. He's just sitting there like this. He's just kind of looking up. He's not looking at anybody. He's kind of looking up. And Mike came up, he's talking to us. He's standing like right behind Tony, like right here. And he's like kind of talking to Tony, and Tony's like looking up and away, like not even looking at him. He's just like this. And then all of it, it's just out of nowhere, there's like this silence, and Tony's like, Mike, you weren't going around telling people you were strong, were you? 'Cause that would be a lie.
Yeah, I was pissed, man. I actually meant that too that day, Mike. I wasn't joking.
That day, but then
I
like
was pissed that day.
that was. I stood there. I didn't know what to do with that. That was just like the funniest, most blood. Like,
Yeah, I was pissed
Tony was
that
gonna
day.
lash out at somebody, and Mike was the closest one.
I was actually depressed, man, because that's when my groin was fucked up.
Oh,
I
that's
couldn't
right,
squat.
yeah.
I couldn't do shit. Oh, man, I was just bad. And I was still on the fucking cycle Evan wrote out for me. I was just...
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Oh,
I'll be
Lord.
right back, guys. I gotta piss.
That's fine. Intermission.
Intermission time.
I like to say I'd edit this all out, but I'm not going to. So
I can't get away with shorts like that.
Bro, if you don't wear shorts like this, you're not.
where do you get those?
My girlfriend brings them.
Her closet.
It's the shorts that go down to my knees make my balls
Fucking
sweat.
Lulu, dude. I fucking love these little shorts. They're the best things that fucking training in the summer. You ever been like in a gym and you're just like, I want to rip all my clothes off?
My legs are too skinny and my ass is too fat to wear those shorts.
But train harder.
Training harder. All right.
I couldn't pull those fucking shorts off. But yeah, dude, I remember that day. I didn't want to be there at all. That shit was fucking whack as shit. That shit was fucking whack. Do they still do that?
They didn't do it this year.
I don't blame them. Probably nobody signed up for that shit. I couldn't stand that. But yeah, I was going through hard times then. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Oh, man. I still got my gear right here.
Yeah, the good thing I went over there, I just fucking, I just farted my soul out.
Well, yeah, between that milk and the beer.
You want another beer, Alex?
I'm working on one right now, and I've had like 4 shots of Jameson.
That sounds like a quitter's attitude.
You don't want to try that Bud Light Orange?
No.
Yeah.
Something about fruits and beers I don't like.
I can't be mad.
I'll put an orange, like, I'll get like Hanger 24 and I'll put an orange in it.
But
It actually tastes good.
But that's different. That's okay. So you know Bud Light Lime? It tastes like Bud Light, like somebody squirted lime
Yeah.
with it. That's the same shit. It's like a Bud Light if somebody squirted an orange.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's super light and super sweet.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
I
Even
can't
though I
be
drink
mad
Coors
because
Light.
Eric brought them because he gets them for
Oh,
free.
Eric brought them, of
Yeah.
course. Well, yeah, hell yeah. Pass those things around.
Dude, I like Eric, but sometimes.
Hey, look, man, I'm a fanboy of Eric.
It's gonna be a debate. Let's get a debate going right now.
Eric is my guy.
I don't
So-
have a problem with Eric. I think Eric's a great guy. But Eric, in a fucking gym sometimes, can wear thin, you know.
I never been
When
in
he
nowhere
plays
he's working
Queen or Post Malone, religiously, every fucking time he shows up, and you're always in the gym because Joe Scott is a wonderful gym owner sometimes and leaves you there, and you don't want people to jack his shit, so you watch his gym, but all you hear is Post Malone and Queen. Every time this guy shows up, and you're like, the same songs, and not only just regular songs, we're talking about fucking Bicycle. If I hear that song dude, if you ever want to send me on a murderous fucking rampage, play Bicycle in a bar, give me 3 hits of acid,
I
and
like
give me
them
some
even
fucking
more,
beer.
man.
I will fucking literally rip people's throats open. I'm just fucking
With just unchecked access to the
Ah,
speakers.
dude, it's fucking terrible because like we have it on Sonos at the gym, so you can just go on Sonos because we're high tech over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because honestly, Joe, like
We got like
we have 4 speakers.
we got
that
a
don't
fire
work.
hazard going on over there.
at the Gym Barbell Club, we have speaker access and
Yeah.
great stuff. Just kidding.
At Empire Barbell, we got balls.
Ooh.
Balls.
Yeah,
But I-
straight up. That's what we play over here.
how much balls do you have?
We got a lot of them.
Do you think you
You
can
heard
squat
about my
500
linen
more than I
pants.
just squat 500?
No,
How about deadlift?
no, I don't deadlift for squat.
Okay.
I'll do.
I
I'll
actually
do.
compete.
You know what? I'll do a squat rep off with you.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Oh, dude, I got a great idea.
Break off into that.
I got a good idea.
Because you'll max more than me. But
Yeah, no, but that's not fair.
You know, we were trying to do something like that a year ago
no,
or something.
dude, hey,
Remember?
for fucking for Christmas for charity, let's do a fucking a squat double and fucking like half a beer like in a beer cup, right? And then a squat double in a beer cup to see how many we can go with like 500 or 450.
this has been proposed so many times.
No, but fucking that is the most
like what do they call it? Cross food or something? Have you seen that? Where
Yeah,
people,
but
like,
that's stupid. I'm not gonna eat.
I'm gonna have to lay down
I'm not-
plastics.
So what?
Somebody's gonna puke.
No.
Absolutely.
I drank 2 beers out of a beer bong while doubling 500.
Yeah, I saw that. I was mad at that.
He was some Huck Finn.
Yeah, I was so mad.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, you're mad because you couldn't do it.
I
You were like,
was
wait,
like, look
he
at this
paused
disrespectful
500
shit.
and then
Look
drank
at
a
this
beer
disrespectful
and then
shit.
did it again.
Yeah, I felt like a grandpa, like watching kids sag their pants. Like I was just like, look
old
at
dude
this.
mad, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, look at them disrespecting the sport.
Disrespecting the sport.
Throw that.
I am the sport, all right? When I show up to a fucking event, all right, it's not about how much weight I can fucking lift.
Yeah.
It's how many fucking people I'm gonna make laugh or fucking throw up from one of my farts, okay? That's how this works.
Hold on, throw this. What was this idea again? It was 2 reps with 500, drink a beer.
Half a beer.
Half a beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this way we can do it longer. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
Because we're just gonna keep pushing the limit, right? So if we're gonna see how many we can rep out while maintaining.
Is there a time limit in between sets?
I think what we should do is do a cap at 10 minutes, right? Or 10 reps. And then take an intermission for like 2.5 minutes and then start over. Because
But
here's the reason why. Because if we get to a certain amount of reps, people have to donate a certain amount of money. It's for Christmas.
I'm so confused right now.
Okay,
If
so
we're-
for
if
your
we're-
So
charity-
how much
for your
money are
charity-
they donating?
If we're both capping at 10 reps,
No,
then
not capping. We're resting at 10 reps, and then we're going to do it again. So it'd be multiple rounds. It'd be like boxing match.
I need a fucking. My tolerance is too low. I gotta keep it. I gotta drink it right now.
No, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, look, don't be scared, okay? If you're scared, go to church. Because there's one around the corner, and there's even a fucking Thai. I know you like to masturbate.
I am
They'll
a
jerk you
creature.
off right across the street at that Thai place
Which
or
one?
whatever massage parlor.
Yeah, we watched it get raided.
Yeah, I
Did
heard.
it?
Yeah.
Got raided.
That was in spot.
They escorted out the old Korean lady. It was like fucking like narcos. Like people just rolled up and they just escorted the old Korean lady out and then took off.
Just one lady.
Just one.
One. Like she's just doing damage in there.
Well, she was the one giving all the hand jobs. I assume. I don't know if that's the case.
I don't think they're gonna raid for hand jobs. Nobody raids over hand jobs. Like nobody even likes hand jobs in general.
How about this? How about we do a set of 10, drink a full beer, and execute that for as many rounds as we can.
With 2-minute rest. Give me 2 minutes rest.
2-minute
As
rest?
possible.
2-minute rest?
After 10 reps.
Oh, I'm not doing that shit.
You're a bitch.
I'm not doing
You
that
can do
shit.
400. I'll let you do 400.
I'm not
pounds.
doing that shit.
You can do a 400.
I don't even know
pounds.
if I can squat 400 right now. But I'm not
Alright,
doing
we
that
put
shit.
350. We'll put training wheels on the shit.
I'm just not. I'll squat, but I'm not drinking. Like I'm not drinking and squatting. We just had like a 10-minute bit is why I don't fucking drink when I train. Matter of fact, I'll be
We
training.
gave each other the same look.
I'm not fucking drinking. And
It's about
squatting.
passion.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
not.
about the
Disrespecting
market.
the sport.
Exactly.
We could be making a new sport.
I'm an
This could be
ambassador.
the basketball of powerlifting, and you're over here bitching out, dude.
All right, that kind of hurt my heart.
What?
Basketball of powerlifting.
What?
You know what's the basketball of powerlifting?
What?
Powerlifting.
Fuck that. Hey, but you know what? Hey, you can say that all you want, but fucking
Do you really like powerlifting? You'd rather do something else.
nah. I have a lot of fun doing it. It's a fun sport.
God, I want you to do strongman so bad.
I'm going to. Right after I compete in March, I told Joe I'm probably gonna do Huntington Beach just with no training. I'm just gonna fucking do it.
You should do it.
No,
I swear to
train.
God. Do it. No
What do you
training.
mean do it with no
What do you
training?
mean?
Come
I'm gonna
train,
I'm
idiot.
gonna flip one tire.
And you're gonna lose your bicep.
No, I'm not. Dude, I
From experience,
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
tell you yes,
I'll
you
flip
will.
that tire in sandals on the second.
That's our girls flip that time.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
that's
them
not what
motherfucking
tire-
I
plays
put the
with that
600
tire.
pound tire at the fucking gym like nothing and said,
Dude, the tire is like 1,000, right? It's like 1,000 something for the lightest
Ah, fuck
fucker
that shit.
out there. They're gonna flip your ass on a goddamn gurney.
Is that 1,000-pound tire still there, or did somebody pick it up?
nah, it's still there.
Of course, it's still there. Nobody went to pick it up.
Then why would anybody want to pick that up? Because it's not even like weighted properly. Like the ones at the strongman comps are weighted different.
They're all different.
Yeah, I
you
know.
don't want it. Like, what's weighted properly? You
Well,
don't. You
no,
don't
I'm
want
saying like that one's just fucked up the way
Is
it
it?
sits with weight.
That's
yeah.
the best one to train on. That's the fucking best one to
Yeah.
train on.
I don't
I
want to
bet
be like
Eric
I don't
was
want to be
so
like you and
good.
Evan over here, okay? Because like, see, the thing is with
You and
strongman
Evan.
training,
Who's Evan?
I love Evan.
is he even alive anymore?
I don't know. I see him like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing vocals.
He's doing vocal. Yeah, he found he has vocal talent. Now he's
Dude,
Yo.
he's bringing back screamo.
Evan
Like-
is my guy. Evan
like
is
fucking,
know.
or is he gonna sing emo?
He's
Because- no, he can't do emo. He doesn't have any hair to flip
He's
over.
gonna start. He's gonna start a Taking Back Sunday tribute band.
Oh, I hope not.
I
Just- I don't know. He should just sharpen a barbell and slit his wrist with it at that point.
Evan was a strong dude, man.
In the bench press.
For like 3 minutes, he was a good lifter with some potential.
That motherfucker
In
was.
the
was
bench
like,
press.
as soon as he got like,
He had a 600-pound squat.
What does that even mean nowadays?
Whatever. I liked it.
CC
I
Holcomb.
liked it.
I fucking
Yeah, so
liked
does
it.
CC.
Yeah, CC Holcomb could play for the fucking Raiders.
Yeah, she good.
She's a
fucking
beast.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. That girl's a beast.
Yeah, she's a fucking motherfucker, dude. But powerlifting is fucking fun because the people are fucking fun. And strongman, you guys are all fucking fat, and you sit there and conglomerate around, and there's like 3 strong people mixed in.
Who's
with
not fat in powerlifting?
me? And that's why I like the sport, because I'm the prettiest. I'm just
I remember walking into that USAPL meet that the girls did that I had to do out of obligation. We had a couple of girls
you
do
can't
it.
do USAPL. That's fucking gnarly.
Dude, I felt like Hellraiser walking into the church.
Dude,
it
holy
was like my skin started burning. I was like,
I had to
"Oh,
leave."
hold on here."
Hold on.
Oh.
I had to leave.
It
Hold
looked
on.
like a sleep-in at an
Doesn't it
Asian boys' school.
You and Chad Wesley Smith are fucking like, you guys are related somehow.
Probably.
Look at it. Look at him. And look, you know Chad Wesley
I know who
Smith?
Chad
It's
is.
just, they're twins.
I don't really care for him.
I mean, he fucking pioneered fucking training. You know, he has the most popular style of training right now.
It's like the same periodization they've been doing for fucking 50 years.
Yeah, I know, but he just made it
just-
popular.
He just started a website about it, yeah. But then, like, he stopped. That's what made me mad. Because I like the content they put out. I think he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
But then it's like he like missed a 990 squat, and then it was like he just like was like, I'm gonna do other things now. So now he's doing like jujitsu and drinking craft beers and.
You get like that
Yeah.
though, man. You do get burnt out. That's why you got to keep it for yourself, because once you feel obligated to do things because of your following, man, that shit will dry you the fuck
That's
out.
probably what happened.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it for him anymore. And he
Yeah,
got
that's
other
what
interests.
happened. I think that's what happened with Brandon Lilly too. And now he's like one
Brandon
flew over
Lilly.
the cuckoo's nest.
Oh man, yeah.
I had to
Hard
unfollow
watch.
him. I finally did it. I couldn't take it.
You did? You
Yeah,
finally did
I
it? Yeah.
It's sad.
It was just
It was
like
hard.
What's he post? I don't know who he is.
Brandon Lilly.
Yeah, I don't care to know.
You don't care to know. Good, you're better off.
Yeah, you are now.
Well, like the thing is, for me, it's like I'll follow people and support people like for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean? But like if you just post garbage all day, like I can't do it. You know?
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like you made this great following because you were so good at what you did and you inspired people and you taught people and
Yeah.
you did a lot of good out there. And then now you're riding off this following that you did for this phase of your life, and that phase is over.
But he's allowed not to want to do it anymore.
No, he is allowed,
You know,
but it's like.
everybody's allowed to say I'm done with this.
But
shit.
it's like you get 100,000 followers or 1 million followers because you were, I don't know, a good public speaker, you were a good motivator. And then now it's like, you know, here's me looking down a stairwell with my flip-flops and my
Oh,
fucking
man.
top hat. Like, it was just
After
weird.
he posted that
What
video.
did you send me that
Oh,
you're like,
Lord.
this is it?
Yeah,
This is
he
it.
posted a video of his feet. Like, he propped the camera perfectly where it was just him and his fucking 300-pound feet. You know, and he used to be an animal athlete, like top-notch, like just hardcore powerlifter. He came from West Side. He was the shit. So now you got this image of this nasty motherfucker that trained hard. Now he's in some skinny jeans. I don't know how he put them on. And his fucking
Because he doesn't
just...
squat anymore.
Yeah,
he's fucked
his
up.
just feet are here, and he's got a guitar, and he's just streaming, and he captioned, "This just happened." The fuck do you mean this just happened?
Him and his good, you know,
Like a fucking fit chick, you just showed.
And
their
that
ass.
was it, man. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't no more.
Like
I
half
just-
these fucking girls
it-
out there, they just show their fucking butthole, and it's like,
Oh,
oh, just
man.
got out of work. Like, why are your pants off?
Oh man, yeah, that's another
Fuck
thing.
you.
because I was feeling myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Dorian
another-
Yates is like that now, isn't
Well,
he?
Dorian
No,
Yates
Dorian's
is
the one- he talks about like DMT trips.
Yeah,
he's
so
spiritual,
he
yeah,
does
he's
a-
real
so-
spiritual.
He
But
does a
he's
lot
not-
of shit that's
yeah.
out there in frames, but it's like a few steps removed.
I don't follow.
He's
him.
still training
You know what I-
people. Though.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Dorian,
like-
I don't follow him, but he's still training some people though.
Yeah,
he's still
but
training.
like it's not what I followed him for.
Yeah,
you know.
but all those bodybuilders are fucked up in the head. Like
Everyone's fucked up. Welcome to the world.
Yeah, but
every
it's like
person on
beyond,
earth is
like,
fucked
fucked
up.
up. Like, beyond.
Nobody is more fucked up than the other.
Everybody is.
Everyone's
yes.
fucked up.
Don't
People
try
either
to
make
don't try to
excuses for
compete
their
with my
bullshit,
fucked upness.
or they fucking deal with their or they fucking make.
Yeah, he's fucked up. Now he's living in his fucked upness.
No.
Like after bodybuilding and after you're
No,
like
you
the
either
strongest
fucked
man
up-
in the world, you live in your fucked upness.
No, here's what happens.
That's
people
it.
are fucked up.
That's
Some
it.
people put
once
up
you're
walls.
once you're done,
Powerlifting.
once you're done with this shit, you know you're gonna live in your fucked upness.
No, it's because now he has to deal with himself because he
Exactly.
fucking ran away from the
So
problem.
now-
the whole time.
and he's dealing with
not
it.
more fucked up. He's always been the same amount of
He's
fucked
dealing.
up. He just didn't want to-
Exactly, but he doesn't have bodybuilding anymore. So now
Right.
he's
There's a way
living
to-
in
there's a way
his
to
fucked
channel
up.
the
He
fucked
could-
up.
Yeah, you can always go into porn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or not.
What do you mean? Like
All the good porn out there now is amateur anyway. So
Yeah,
really,
what do you
just
mean?
make
Yeah.
your,
Exactly. And I don't even like normal porn anymore. It's just fucking like, what's the weirdest I could get into? You know?
Well, I think we were the last generation that were raised where, or we were the one generation that was raised where our parents didn't really understand what the internet was,
Yeah.
or how it could damage their children.
No, yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like the shit we got away with online.
Mom's World. WorldOfGore.com.
Oh,
Dude, is
God.
WorldOfGore.com still a thing?
What is it?
WorldOfGore.com.
I've never been on
Dude,
that.
oh my god, it's
Yeah,
fucked
you
up.
used to see
My
some
fucking
fucked up
buddy put a
shit.
video on there one time of these people getting beheaded and all kinds of shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Scarred the fuck out of me. Still haunts me.
This
Yeah,
is
I
even-
would watch some messed up shit where it would like scare me, but I would just keep watching.
You
it.
can't help
Yeah,
yourself.
like I
No.
would just keep like.
Rotten.com was
Yeah,
a big
that
thing.
one.
It was all dead
Yeah.
bodies. And it was all
Yeah.
people getting maimed. There was like one of like this Chinese fucking dude like eating a cooked baby.
Yeah, I
Just
just
like weird dark shit. It's like
What?
you don't know where they got
Eating
the
a
pictures.
fucking baby?
Dude, it was like a cooked baby arm, and he was just taking a bite like it was fucking KFC.
Yeah, I used to see all that on there.
But it's I often wonder like what imprint that left on our psyche because we got the internet and we grew up on that shit, but nobody really knew how to fucking like regulate it or.
No.
I remember my mom tried putting what are those parental things on the internet to
Oh,
like.
you just take it off.
She had to take it off because it blocked everything she tried to use.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I can't use the fucking internet now because I'm trying to block the gross shit that you look at.
Man, I put so many viruses on our computers. I crashed those things, man. Oh my goodness.
No, I think they took off WorldOfGore.com, but
We're
that
like
was
we're like
fuck.
pioneers.
Yeah, oh,
watching
man.
fucking E-Bombs World, or the fucking one time my buddy showed me this video. It was a guy who shoved a light bulb up his ass, and then the light bulb broke, and his butthole was just crunching the broken glass. Like, what the fuck? What were you doing first to watch that video, and why the fuck would you show me that video? You know what I mean? Like, why would you sit? I was the youngest growing up, okay?
You gotta show somebody
Hey,
when you
hey,
see some shit
I'll
like
tell you,
that.
my friends
you can't
like,
be the
are
only
from
one
like
that
4
carries
years
that.
older to like 8 years older, okay? So like when I talk about traumatizing a child, so like imagine what you see as a teenager being traumatized as a child, and you show a fucking 10-year-old. Like, come here, 10-year-old.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
what is this?
This
And
is
they're
gonna
just like, whoa.
this is gonna shape your mind for the rest of your life.
Right, dude? Like, this is fucked up.
This is gonna cost you relationships in the future.
No, it has.
Things that
Dude, no, you know what's fucked up? You know how like when you're a fucking kid and you haven't hit puberty yet, you know? You get fucking butt and dick.
Still
you know what I
weird
mean?
dick.
Like you're not like a fucking man. Like nothing's free falling. So these fucking assholes are all
Nothing's
fucking teenagers,
free-falling.
pants me, and they just fucking dick shame me for fucking years because I'm a prepubescent boy. You know what I mean?
How
I'm
old
like,
were you?
I was like fucking 9 or 10. Yeah. Dude, it was fucking like, so I grew up like fucking like, oh, I hate my body. And then all of a sudden, like, as I get older, I'm like, I'm gonna be a stripper. I love my body. Look how that fucking.
That's right.
made
You were
me
like a
happy.
go-go dancer.
Yeah.
Huh? I forgot.
Oh,
God
but
damn.
that makes a lot of
I
sense.
forgot about
That
all
makes
this.
a lot
Oh,
of
dude,
sense.
hey, I'm telling you, like, I had to retire. Someone stuck their finger in my butt crack after I took a shit and then smelled it and said I was clean. I was like, that's the dirtiest thing I've ever seen. I literally just left the bathroom taking a shit, and they snuck a finger into my ass crack. And I was like, hey, what the fuck? And they went, you're clean. And I'm like, huh. Dude, I just took a shit. Like, I'm out.
You didn't join the Me Too movement, bro.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that qualifies.
I mean, I've been drooled on.
Oh,
I literally had
What
someone
were you
drool
dancing?
on me.
What was this shit at?
WeHo all over the place. Yeah, I've done
Wow.
fucking bachelorette parties. Fucking, I've had a good time. You know, I don't hate my life. It's been a fun time.
Yeah.
Don't knock it until you try it. you
I
know?
mean, I'm like, that's not something I'd ever do, but I'm low key like envious, you know, that that you could just get in a fucking, I don't know, was it like a big bird cage or something? And you
Not
just,
even, dude. I just served drinks half the time in like a fucking Speedo, and I'd make like $600. Yeah.
That's not a bad way to be.
No, I get paid like $200 to show up, and then I'd steal all the tips, and then I'd fucking sell all the drinks and never turn the money in and leave. That was a shithead. The cocaine problem.
But that's interesting. There's a lot of guys in the field that have kind of gone that route where, because it's like an unexplored niche. You know what I mean?
Like Kai Green, he's never gonna
Yeah.
be Mr. Olympia. He fucked a grapefruit.
He did fuck a grapefruit. George Lehman, did you ever go on George Lehman's
I think we all got some strange shit out there. I got some strange shit out there.
I've heard about your strange
and I
shit, too.
just can't, I don't.
But that wasn't put out for the public.
That
was put out for
exactly,
individuals.
But it's like
George Lehman was a nasty fucking deadlifter, and then he like went
What
crazy.
happened to that
He went
guy?
crazy. He went to the Philippines, started banging some 80-pound ladyboy.
he lost his girl.
I stumbled onto George Lehman's YouTube page, and you know what it was? It was 5-minute clips of him flexing into the camera with his fucking link on how his fans could support him. So it was like that borderline, like, it was cam show shit, you know what I mean? So it was all of his gay supporters, like, which, I don't know.
Hey, dude, honestly, it's like, dude, at that point you're being a hater because, like, you're like, fuck this guy because he's making a lot of money.
I'm right there. I'm like,
yeah,
there's
a borderline of morality. I'm sorry, but there's a borderline of morality where you're kind of like, I kind of would do that because
There's
It's like, how important is my legacy?
And
there's a shitload of bodybuilders that do that, like retired
that's gotta
bodybuilders
be a
that still
common,
do that.
That's a common thing.
And the thing is, they're doing it for more of like the gay community than anything. But
That's
they don't
what I'm
care.
saying.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, the whole sport of
It's
bodybuilding
gay.
started because of the gay community.
Yeah, it is. 70%
Hey.
of bodybuilding is gay.
So the fucking Ronnie Coleman documentary, right? It was that random. It's like all these bodybuilders. That it was that random old white British dude with the white hair.
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
It's like bodybuilding journalist, and it's like, where does this guy fit in?
Yeah, dude. There's
You
some
know,
weirdos.
You know, he was the guy that was like,
No.
fluffing the bodybuilders.
Dude,
in the
No,
back.
no,
But I never
but that was the start
understood.
of, like, the 70s was like the start of fucking muscle worship, where they would
Well,
get
they
paid.
all would do. I mean,
They all would do it.
Even Arnold was doing like some weird ass shit.
Yeah.
You know, and
you don't just get into Hollywood. You gotta fall on a dick.
Like you just don't. Yeah. You don't just come to America
don't just
with
sit on a
$7
chair in
in your
Hollywood and get
pocket,
famous,
bro.
all right?
And all of it, like, yeah, dude. Like,
You don't
it's-
sit down for a chair in Hollywood to get famous. You get on your knees in Hollywood to get
Yeah,
famous.
yeah, you know.
Terry Crews admitted to being molested by somebody.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if he was. I mean,
Well, no, he said he.
There's
what
his
happened
side,
to
their
him.
side, and the
Yeah.
truth.
He was groped at a party.
Yeah,
That
and
was
the
it,
dude
right?
flipped his tongue at him.
Ah,
That's some
okay.
weird shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
well,
that's your story.
Yeah, have a finger put in your butt crack, okay, and then smelled in front of your face.
Corey,
Fucking tell me about being groped, motherfucker. I've been drooled on.
Corey Feldman has been screaming about pedophilia in Hollywood for fucking decades.
He
Nobody
looks like
takes
a guy
his
who's been
shit
raped.
I think they all have.
Yeah.
What was his thing?
The
He said,
Goonies?
Charlie Sheen fucking raped Corey Haim when he was like 13 on the set of some 80s movie.
Makes sense.
But that's like a normal thing. It's like a normal thing.
That's not normal.
Yeah, the world is
If
sick.
in Hollywood, it's a normal
In
thing.
Hollywood-
not normal.
Dude,
No.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I couldn't be a fucking movie actor because I would turn into the fucking eraser. I'd be Arnold Schwarzenegger, just fucking you've been erased.
With your rail gun? Yeah.
No, there would be no railgun. It'd just be a 30-06 and some beers. Weird. This guy's trailer smells like fucking death and beer. Would be me. Come in there drunk as shit, just murder.
So the real question is, at what point do you fuck a grapefruit on camera? What has to be on the line?
yeah,
It's made this like Final Jeopardy. Like
I
right now.
fuck a grapefruit on a Tuesday on camera.
I think
don't know, dude, you're
I think
talking
you would
about,
do it
like-
just for the story.
I mean,
Nah,
dude.
honestly,
like,
just for the experience.
that. But
Like,
I mean,
what,
you're
I want to
coming
see what
from-
it feels like.
Kai Green is like one of the only self-made bodybuilders that there is.
Yeah.
You're never going to make, when somebody tells me I'm going to be a professional bodybuilder and I'll be rich, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You know, this guy is actually somebody that came from the streets and now he's like internationally known. He's the most popular bodybuilder.
Even if he
And
fucked a grapefruit, he's still
Even
my favorite bodybuilder.
yeah. Oh, who cares? He fucked a grapefruit.
He's still my favorite bodybuilder.
How is that compared? I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Like I know people that have done way more.
Yeah, you
way
know what it
more
is? You know what it
questionable
is?
shit.
It's the vegan agenda.
Yeah,
It's
like-
They're like, he's fucking our food.
Yeah, like,
Like, fuck your fruit.
Yeah,
Come on
like,
your fruit.
whatever, dude. Like, what's the difference? I mean, whatever. He fucked the grapefruit. Who gives a shit?
No, that's what it is.
It makes. I mean, look. I understand completely. Like, the world is a gross, nasty place. You got to do what you
It's
need to do to get your
Dude,
market.
people
But
do
it-
way
I'm
more
sorry.
weird stuff than
They
doing
do.
a grapefruit.
They do, but it's
For
it's-
money. And he got paid. Like,
Wait,
at least
yeah.
he got paid.
You come into this and you romanticize like the field and what it is, whatever, and then you realize the gross underbelly. It's like,
It's desperation.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to pay for that next fucking meal, man?
how bad do you want it?
How bad do you fucking
bad
want it?
do you want
You
it?
know what I mean? I mean, you do stupid shit.
Hey,
How
nah,
many-
when you're poor, you'll do anything for money.
You do some stupid ass shit.
How many cans of tuna can I get for sucking
Yeah,
my dick?
you
That's
do.
like 30 cans.
Is that the going rate?
I could have got you 50, but hell.
I could've got you 50.
But yeah, that is there's some, you do some
Hey, you know
dumb
what?
ass shit.
I am proud to say that after my whole career,
Listen.
I've never put a dick in my mouth, and I am proud of that.
I'm proud of you too. Listen, dude, you gotta understand, all right? Bodybuilding is expensive, right? Now you watched the Ronnie Coleman documentary, right? Now you heard Kevin Levrone and those guys say, I don't even know how the fuck he was working. Like, we weren't working. Well, who the fuck was giving you gear? Who the fuck was paying for your food? Who the fuck? Flex Wheeler was driving fucking Mercedes and Maserati and Ferraris to goals with no job.
I want to say the implication is that they got to a point where they were doing so well at their shows that they didn't have to work.
And the
But-
cost of living was cheaper in the 90s.
Is that what it is? Now we're getting fucking
Dude,
political.
like Sean Ray was eating at Sizzlers every day, and these guys are not working.
Yeah.
My dad had a buddy that worked out with Sean Ray, and then he ended up.
How many grapefruits did Sean Ray fuck? He
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
that's
right.
what I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Well, he
Like,
probably
you gotta
was the
get out of
grapefruit.
here. And then all of a sudden, you gotta drive up the hill and pose for this old man. You know, you gotta pose for this old man in your trunk so he can tell you if you're Olympia ready.
After talking to you, I get mad every time I walk into Walmart and I see the Weeder line or whatever, and they make him look all muscular and shit.
Yeah.
He
And,
wasn't.
and really, he's this old guy with a white mustache, and he's like jerking off. to
Yeah, he
fucking-
said, "Look, we could do something with these buff guys."
Yeah. It's like the South Park episode where
Yeah.
when Michael Jackson came back as a little girl, and then they had the
Oh,
beauty.
yeah.
You wanted to do beauty
Dude.
pageants, so it had all the guys judging the beauty pageants. They were jerking off under the table as they were watching the fucking
Dude, buff
40-year-old
dudes
beauty
get
pageant.
more
First off, that's
attention.
fucking creepy. I would never let my daughter do a fucking beauty pageant and be judged.
No, I hate it.
It's
I
weird, right?
remember when my sister wanted to get into it, and I didn't want my parents to let her do it. I was like, "Don't do that shit."
I don't even like bikini shows because they're unrealistic for women to fucking keep hold with.
They're not even competitive.
No.
And it's like, yo, I'm
And
gonna
they're
put you
fixed.
in a song and put you on stage, bend over. You know what one of their poses are?
Bending
Turn
over.
around, bend over, and then walk to the end, walk to the curtain. So they walk and switch their ass. And what's that supposed to do? You know, and meanwhile, you got this fat ass fucking judge who's never competed in his goddamn life, who's judging their glutes. Motherfucker, with your flat ass, fat fucking ass, and you're judging these girls' glutes? You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
gross.
there's no way if I had a chick and she wanted to compete in bikini, I wouldn't let her.
Nah.
Just off the fact that these perverted ass judges, like, that's not
Well,
shit.
did you know that the fucking I think it's a son or stepson or whatever they're in cahoots, and there's a prostitution thing that happens within the upper echelon of the NPC.
Yeah, there is.
And you know about it.
Yeah, hell yeah, there is. And a lot of these chicks that get their fucking pro cards all of a sudden, you're like, what fucking national show did you do? Well, oh no, I drove up the hill, and you know what I mean, and this and that and that.
Trained out in Arizona.
A shitload of that
So-
crap happens.
So
with
here's
these
an
bikini chicks.
interesting question because
And they're the most insecure girls. I used to
Oh.
date a bikini girl. They're the most insecure girls in the fucking world, bro.
Hey.
So let's agree on something. Would you say like guys, even insecure guys,
they're all insecure.
we're all insecure. We're all
Yeah.
insecure. But
I'm not anymore.
No, I'm
I'm pretty cool.
after
with me.
today. I'm
with that
comfortable.
ass,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
dude, I'm pretty cool with me.
I feel good about myself.
I'm on YouTube.
But we're pretty secure. We're on YouTube. But wouldn't you say like a comparable amount of insecurity for a guy versus a girl? That it's probably harder for girls and guys. Wouldn't you say even an insecure guy is probably better equipped via?
Well, there's less judgments on us.
Yeah, and we can hide it.
I would
No,
say
no.
there's less judgments, but I would also say there's like
An ugly guy can do better than an ugly girl.
Hell yes. Hell yes, with a haircut, nice clothes, and a cool job, you're solid.
I agree with
If you're
that.
an ugly chick,
I would agree with
no hair and just fuck, you're done.
I would agree society on one point, but I would say that via like testosterone, natural aggressiveness, that guys can we can channel that shit.
Because once a guy
in a
nails his
better way
confidence,
than
we can just connect from shit.
Yeah,
Look
we
at the
compartmentalize,
bravado.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna get mad. You know, like ugly guys gain confidence and then they figure out their game and they're good.
Yeah.
Ugly girls become feminists.
That is the smartest shit
I've seen some
serious.
pretty hot feminists. So, just saying.
But they have hot privilege that they don't know.
Because
Exactly.
they got
Right?
relationship
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
They got relationship issues, and then they've been single for so fucking long
Well, I've
that
seen
they're
them-
like, you know what? It's like freaking blaming your virginity on religion. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just gonna blame this on I'm holding out. No, you just can't get none.
Well,
and it's
I think
the same
everything.
thing.
I think it's a little bit all relative because like people who do like I think feminism at this point is an extreme. Now, like my aunt is like an old school feminist, right? But my aunt's the breadwinner, and my uncle does really fucking well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But my aunt is is an old school feminist, and her approach is I don't need anybody ever to support me, my decisions, or anything else.
I'm with that.
I could provide for my family.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
You know
talking
what I
about
mean?
these
But-
new school
but
feminists.
what I'm saying is the new school is an extreme because it's almost used as an excuse to hate
It is.
one type of person in the world,
It is.
white men.
Just like
Straight white men.
and it's just like these chicks on
But you know what?
Instagram.
I don't have a problem with it because like at the end of
I
the
don't
day,
have a
like
problem with it.
I don't have a problem. You could do it and say whatever the fuck
Whatever
you want
you
to
want.
do. It's up to me to entertain it.
Yeah, right.
If I don't like it and I don't want to hear it, I'm
It's
gonna
just,
laugh at you.
it's just fake to me. Like
It's fake
funny.
as fuck.
Like
And
it's
it
fake.
is. It's all it is. It's just a fucking.
Like when I see a girl's picture and I don't nothing to, but when I see a girl's picture and it's like, you know what? I just decided to accept myself. I'm not going to diet and kill myself. I'm a human being and whatever. If you like me, you
You
like
did
me.
that to yourself.
Yeah, no. Just say that you couldn't go through the fire. You're too weak to diet and train, and you just want to be a fat ass. Like just say that.
It's
Well,
just
not
like
just
it's like the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
No, but it's
you
also
want to
that-
do other shit with your life. That's fine.
But that statement right there is just a statement projecting the fact that they weren't doing it for themselves anyways.
They were doing it for other
Yeah,
people.
and
Right?
so it's like
Yeah,
you
it's
weren't
a
even
good
making yourself happy, and now you want a fucking cookie because you were doing something that wasn't making you happy, and you came to realize that. But now you think you're special for doing it this way, and this way
There
is
it
better.
is.
That way's not better, and that way's not better. The way that's better is right down the middle of you doing whatever the fuck you want to do to make yourself happy. Like I had a talk, homegirl Karina, super cool chick, right?
Beautiful.
And I told her, I said,
Beautiful.
I told her, I said, your
scroll down
identity
to
isn't
this.
powerlifting. You know what I mean? Like your identity.
She's
I'll
show you.
But I said your identity isn't powerlifting. Your identity isn't strength sports. Your identity isn't fucking whatever you project online. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
your identity is whatever you want it to be. Like internally, if you want to go rock out and do this thing, you go do that thing. You want to rock out, you go fucking do that. Girl's got a good job. She fucking works her ass off, takes care of her kid. She's a good person. You know what I mean? Your identity is in you doing things that make you happy, not in this fucking fairy tale Instagram bravado that we all fucking project. I am the fucking dieter of life. I am the fucking guru. Like, now
Yeah.
you're a fucking asshole. And you're making it harder for people who are trying to find themselves because you project this image of perfection.
That's good, man.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
really
shit.
good.
But it's like, think about this. We got people online who fucking naturally have abs. You know what I mean? Like black dudes. You were born with abs.
I
and a
was
big dick.
born with abs.
All right, yeah. You
That's how your dad made your mom
you know what
die
I mean?
while she was
Yeah,
pregnant.
yeah. So it's like, hey, you fucking born with abs, and then you're out here like, do my fucking 12-week ab program. Like that
Yeah,
guy
right.
Ulysses, like, oh, this is what I do
Oh,
for my
God,
abs.
dude.
Oh, really? That's what you do for your fucking abs? Like, okay, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure you can
Well,
sit-
the rule is if you're under like 220, 230, your abs don't count.
Well, not only that, if you're just born with them.
But
like,
yeah.
I know people who can't get fat.
No, right.
Period.
Yeah, I can't get
My
fat.
friends Taz and Taylor are fucking specimens. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, when you're walking around talking about, man, I'm so fucking fat, like you're
Well,
you're puffy with water
yeah,
and
shut the
shit.
fuck
It's
up.
But
like
at the
When
same
like-
time,
when you
it's
come
like,
but
up-
oh,
at the
I don't
other
have-
end of it, I wish I could be fat. I
you
want to know what it
you
feels
saw
like
me,
to be a big boy.
You saw me.
I
my
want to
pic-
be a
You saw
fucking
my
big
picture
boy.
with abs.
I
This
wanna
is
be a big
powerlifting,
boy.
all right?
I want to be a big boy.
No, you don't. You can handle
I'm
it.
proud of this.
If I stop lifting weights, I just get skinny. And then I'm just this little skinny fuck.
I'm skinny too,
And
but
that's
skinny
it.
and fat.
So,
I mean, like when I was in the Navy, I didn't even have fucking abs, and I was 190 pounds.
I didn't have, dude, when I was in the military, I went in the
186.
military at 140 fucking pounds. I was 130 in boot camp. I got to A school, I was 140. When I finally got to 170, I thought it was big. I was, what?
What was your MOS?
I was a fucking secretary.
A secretary?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, hey, you know how Corey Haim got raped? Your papers are late, Tony. Come here, boy.
I didn't know you were in the Navy.
Oh, yeah. I
thought
was
you
in
were in the
the
Army.
Navy's first combat unit, which was a joke.
What was it? FM something?
Mara Secron 6?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
What a joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, like, there are some good things that came out of it. Like, my buddy Steven's a cop now. I wanted to be a cop, but, like, I'm, like, you know how I live. Like, even now, like, I walk around with the healthy substances in my fanny pack because I believe in microdosing and other things for your health and, like, staying spiritually connected with yourself and not, all the bullshit we tend to put ourselves into.
I think you'd have been too cool to be a cop, man.
No, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, how am I gonna... All right, so here's my problem with cops. If I go and I pull you over, right? And let's say you're fucking... you're selling shit you're not supposed to, okay? But I'm pulling you over, but you have no past criminal records.
Right.
Okay? You pay your taxes, you work your job, you don't fucking murder people, you don't push on... Like, people just buy from you because they're into the same hobby you're doing and you just happen to have a niche, right? So, like... Am I arresting a bad person?
The thing
No,
I don't like about
I'm not
it,
arresting a bad person.
It's like,
The cops are meant to put bad people in jail. And now we have this fucked up thing where, like, we get a mass shooter, right? This country has no fucking dick. How can you have a mass shooter who shoots up a bunch of fucking old Jews in a fucking synagogue, kills innocent fucking people? Like, it's very, like, they're worshiping people, okay? And Jewish people are practice people. They're pretty fucking, like, from my experience with Jewish culture, super down-to-earth people, and like when they're religious and they're doing, like, they're structured. They live in a structure.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? That's why they're very successful. The ones that I know, right?
I don't know if I know any Jews.
And then, like, you have all these, but even just these mass shooters, you go and you take out and kill all these fucking innocent people. Why the fuck do I have to wait for a court hearing? Why do I have to wait for the judge, jury, deliberations, all these people to get money and get paid for this guy? To get put in a system where we're now going to spend $300 grand a year on his pathetic, stupid ass to fucking live the rest of his life. If you ask me,
We should hang them.
yeah, right there on the spot.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, or give me a fucking chainsaw. I'll fucking do it. I would gladly do
No,
it.
I got my own little things too. Like, I think we should bring back that shit. Especially if it's like that. Like, it's not something scary.
Everyone saw you fucking
Yeah,
do
it doesn't need
We don't need a
investigation.
process.
We should hang them.
Yeah, in a second.
Yeah,
in front of
like,
everybody.
I feel like people that steal, like, I would love to chop their hands off or some shit. Or like,
Well, it depends because
fuck that. I would love to.
I never stole, but
Yeah, I don't
Except for
steal
us.
either. But like, if you fucking
shop
steal,
with
you shop. Would you steal?
I went through a shop with
Tony, you're like, no, would you steal?
Well, as a teenager, you don't
Last
want to
year,
know
my
when I stole.
headphones. Where my headphones, man?
You don't want to respect me. Me and my friends were teenagers. We used to go steal from like Barnes and Noble. We used to
What, like
steal.
the muscle mags?
That.
Those were made for us anyway. That's like giving. Yeah, you can do
I'm
that.
entitled.
Yeah,
that,
you're actually reading.
Nah, it was
The first millennial was born.
that and graphic novels. I had a lot of fucking hardback graphic novels.
Hey, speaking of graphic fucking novels, if you like new comic books, go check out Buzzkill. It's a superhero who only gets his powers when he's fucked up on drugs.
Man, I never got into comic books.
I haven't read a new comic book in like 15
I
years.
didn't know
There
still
you
made
go.
those
That's
things.
the one.
But I'm like old dude mad. Like I read it and I get mad because it's not what I like because it's not from the 90s.
Make one. You
Like
should
that's-
make one.
I'm
You got a
getting
very
a bucket
vivid
full of
brain.
comic books from the 90s tomorrow, even earlier.
I was such a comic book nerd.
Same.
I had
I-
thousands. I had
Go to
thousands.
go to Barbell Club. I have a cubby full of comic books.
Do you
I
really?
post them out where Eric King took all his trophies off. I was like, I'm gonna put better things in his stupid trophies. And then I put all my comic books out there. You know what I mean? Because like those are more important than his trophies. So
I mean, I don't know. And then Marvel went all social justice warrior last like 15 years.
well, yeah, but
It's like-
they're not winning with that because if you did that in the movies, it would fail. Because the problem with social justice, it's not realistic. Martin Luther King was the single greatest leader that ever fucking lived on the planet because he could have easily have fucking said, fuck white people, fuck this, fuck that. But he knew that if he stood strong and ate a basket of shit that he was getting from everybody, that eventually people would see them as educated, kind, fucking hardworking. That, you know what I mean? Like they're humanized. You know,
Right.
completely human. He did that in one movement, right?
Which is at the same time
Yeah.
kind of sad. But,
Fucked up.
Yeah.
And now people want to use like all of his great efforts for another fucked up twisted. It almost negates what he did.
Well, the idea of social justice, it's ridiculous anyways, because it's not justice.
No.
Because social justice means that you as an individual are getting either punished or rewarded based on a group that you are assigned to.
Yeah.
Which is not justice at all.
It's not justice.
Which is actually the thing you're fighting against, which is racism, ethnocentrism, xenophobia. You belong to this group. We've established this group as
Yeah.
X, Y, or Z.
You
so we are
establish-
giving or taking away based on the
Exactly.
group you belong
You
to.
reestablish segregation socially. Thank you.
And it directly divides
Mm-hmm.
where the beauty of what Martin Luther King did, it wasn't that we're going to be this violent force to take back what we feel like we've lost.
Nah.
It's that this is how we attach ourselves and grow into a society.
Yeah.
And it's the shit sandwich. Like
Well,
I
it
said,
is, but
it's
honestly-
a hard thing to do.
But it was the most, it's so easy to fucking throw a punch. It's much harder to take a punch and not do anything. And that dude took a lifetime of punches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, how do you fucking, like that to me, like when I think about it, I get fired up sometimes. You know, I think about it before I lift. But like,
I used to listen to his speech
but
before
think
I
of,
would
you
lift.
got to think about that.
Because, but I'm thinking about it because he predicted his own death in his speech, and when he was telling them like he's seen the promised land and there's like really nothing that can happen or that can do to me. Like he said, like, yo, I already know I'm gonna die, but I saw where I'm going, so it's like, bring it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And so I would always replay that part because it's like I already know what the fuck's gonna happen when I get
because
under
he
this.
knew if he did that, he'd be a martyr too.
But right, yeah.
And that, in a good way. That does his.
What he did to an extent was great because he had to make, you know,
social justice.
yeah, and everybody come together and be able to live in the same society equally. But at the same time, you know, just because now there's a rule set in place, I still can't sway your opinion. You just got to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, just because you don't like your shortstop, you know, it doesn't mean that when the second baseman gets the ball, he's not going to turn two with that shortstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he made everybody play together as a team, but
Yeah.
it didn't change their personality,
Nope.
which is sad. And that's something that you're never ever going to
Social
change.
justice is single-handedly the greatest divide we have in our country.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, because when you attack somebody, what reaction are you going to get back?
This is a problem. I fucking hate to get political. I think a lot of the problems we have are with the false choices you're given. It's A or
It's a
B,
dichotomy,
it's a false dichotomy, right? But if I have to be critical of really far leftist type thinking, that I see a lot of things where it's like the intention is put above the end result. Where it's like, oh, you want to fix poverty? Give people more money. Even if it doesn't quite work that way. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
It's like, oh, well, if you want to correct the ills of the past with minorities or disenfranchised groups, whatever, it's like, well, let's put some more beads in their corner, you know, and, and take some beads from over here, like from these other groups. And it doesn't work that way. There's every change you make, every adjustment, there's consequences to it, and those never get addressed. It's the intention. Well, our intention is to make people equal. Our intention is to bring up this group that's struggling at the expense of this group that's doing really well. And that is not how you make a society that fucking cohesively works
No,
together.
but it also negates the most basic story of all time. You could either teach a man to fish or you could give him a fish.
Yeah, well, that's
I don't know how much more fucking basic you can make that argument.
it. It's
That's pretty much what it is right there. Yeah, that's it, the nail on the head.
Well, because if you truly don't like people, keep giving them fish.
and I don't buy into conspiracy shit that often, but it is a weird thing when you see that people are systemically being made dependent on a system.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
Well,
that's to me that seems the quickest way to tyranny. Make people dependent on the government.
Oh yeah.
Wait 100 years and see what the face of society looks like.
Yeah. Well, that's the shitty part about being part of this generation right now. Not the people. It's what's in play. But my favorite thing about society is powerlifting.
Everyone's equal in powerlifting because the weight doesn't lie.
Well, I don't know, man. I got to piss, but like that whole, I feel like, we can compare government assistance and people, the government helping motherfuckers to like programs in powerlifting. Like, I feel like that's how programs are in powerlifting. I do. It's like, all right, like
I heard that.
Here's your program. We want you guys to get strong instead of just going out and getting strong.
I think we just found a new term.
I gotta
welfare programming. Oh.
Hey, I charge for mine.
Hey, there you go.
But the thing is, mine. The way I do program is gonna kind of a little different. So I tell people, it's only based off feedback. So when I program, it's only based off feedback. So I can give you a generic template, right? Mm-hmm. And I say, look at the volume. Is this more volume that you've done? Oh yeah, I haven't seen volume like this. Okay, cool. So then I go back into the program because I have it on my Google Docs, and I can start deleting and taking away. And I'm like, okay, start here. Well, what happened to the volume? Well, you haven't done that before. So, case in point, I have to do this. And then I have to hit them up. How'd your deloads go? Well, this, that, and the other. And if they're making excuses for why they didn't, okay, weight was too heavy. So then it takes me at least 8 weeks to figure out what they need.
That's such a key fucking point, right? It's like you have to work with somebody for a certain period of time before you can even really accurately assess where they're at and what you need to do for them. And the feedback's key. Like giving somebody a template, that's not coaching. Now, I get very fucking hesitant with throwing around that term, coaching. Like, I don't like to hear somebody refer to me in a coaching manner with somebody else unless I am getting fucking daily feedback on what they're doing.
Right, yeah.
So it's really only confined to the people in here. I've given templates to other people. I wrote a template for Eric, and Eric told me that he ran it to the T. But I wouldn't say I coached Eric. I gave him a template because I didn't know what issues he was having, what his peak was going like how strong, weak he felt, whether it was too much, was it bothering old injuries. There's so much that goes into that shit that writing somebody a fucking plan doesn't even encompass it.
I'm gonna try to find this fucking dude right now. Oh my god, he fucking makes me so angry. So, this fucking guy hits me up for programming. I'm gonna repost him for you guys to watch too. I don't care if I shit on you or hurt your feelings because I gave you a free fucking template, you son of a bitch. And the other day I go on fucking Instagram and what's the first thing I see? He's got this little Super Saiyan thing on, this, that, and the other. First off, he goes, oh, I want to get coached by you. I said, okay, that's fine, you get coached by me. But like people have to pay to get coached, So when I tell him like, oh, hey, well, it works as you pay me and then I can start with you, And he goes, oh, well, I'm kind of short on funds. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, yeah, I get that, and I could probably help you for free, but it alienates anybody who pays me already. You know what I mean?
Well, it sets a precedent. It devalues what you're doing. And somebody who's gonna start with that is not likely to follow through on the things you tell them.
Exactly. So, case in point, I gave him a freebie of the Horde program I wrote like last year. You know what I mean? But like, it's a good template to use, but you have to do some building blocks into it because it's a rigorous. It'll fuck you. Like it's about heavyweight and only heavyweight. So I was like, here's a good template, ask questions back, do what you want. So I sent him that fucking program, and then he goes, deload, as he's fucking struggling with a 550 fucking block pull. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a fucking deload?
Deload really means maximal effort.
Yeah, that's a fucking great deload, you fucking twat. Like, I'm glad I didn't fucking decide to be Mr. Nice Guy with you. You know what I mean? Like, people like that fucking fry me. Like,
yeah, that shit pisses me off.
But it's strange because there's a sea of people that have 60 or 80 clients where they're feeding them templates every week and they make a good amount of money. It's hard when this is your livelihood and you're like, well, this is how I'm going to make my money. But
why would you have 60 people if you can't manage it? There's no way you can manage that.
Because half those motherfuckers don't give a shit.
Because you get 60 people worth of income. That's why you would do it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you guys want to actually see your clients excel. You want to see you get this person. You take pride in your work and in their ability. But half those motherfuckers have I was just watching this. There's a competition going on right now in LA, bodybuilding, and there's a guy that has a shitload of clients like that. And they're all off templates, and all his chicks right now look like soft, and they look like shit. But he don't give a fuck, and obviously they don't give a fuck because they lost a little bit of weight that they didn't, and they're on stage looking cool.
Have you met Daniel Lopez that comes through here every now and then? Real tall, real big Mexican fool, Asian wife.
Is he a fool?
Yeah.
He's a fool. He's a Philly. Yeah, oh no, he was at your place.
He's doing the gym meet. Are the gym still
I
having
know
a
the
meet?
guy.
Yeah, so we rolled through. So one of the first meets I went to, you know who we had handling him?
Who?
Swalisi. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Amber Obway
Yeah.
or whatever. So yeah, so I rolled down there. Just I think I had a couple people there too. It was at Metroflex for one of their meets, and she's there, and it's funny because she's so like outgoing and whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know who she was until after that, and people kept coming up, asked to take pictures with her because she's standing there with him and his wife because they're competing, and she's handling them. And she's super meek, super calm. Like you can barely hear her talk.
Yeah.
Like very quiet. Then you go on her YouTube pages, and she's like, "Hey guys, it's Amber. Like I got blonde hair again. Like that's the personality.
Yeah.
She's whatever." But so she has all this following, whatever, right?
She programmed him?
Yeah, and handled him at their meet, right? I think she's like 20, early 20s. She hasn't been around.
You
that
don't
long.
fucking
But-
know enough at that age.
Yeah, obviously, very much so. So she's there, she's handling whatever, and it's I mean that's it. Like she's young, she hasn't been around very long, and she's trying to like do work for them, and it's like you don't have enough experience to know what's going on, but her following, it was like ridiculous. She had this huge fucking following because she played off the whole like Khaleesi thing, right? Like,
Yep, that'll happen.
Like
Once you find a niche.
and that's it. But so they start talking, and you know we get into like how many people do you coach? And it was something like 60 or 80 people. And it's like, well, there isn't enough time in the week to coach 60
Phil Jackson can't even coach that many motherfuckers.
Nobody can. Even as something as
I won't take on more than 15.
even as something as simple as powerlifting, it's
Yeah.
you know, here's your template, maybe you modify it for a few people. Even if I was going off the same, even if it was a cookie cutter thing, I couldn't do like what's a default template that you would give to like a West Side?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't modify a West Side template for 60 different people.
No.
There's too many variations, too much time out of the week,
Yeah.
too much feedback you have to deal with, too many balls you have to keep going. But it turns into, well, this is my blanket method of programming, and I'm going to tweak it a little bit, or maybe they don't. Maybe it's just
No, they don't. She doesn't. She doesn't fucking do none of that
here's
shit.
for my clients. Here's this workout for the week. There you go. But that's a good amount of money you pull in just from fucking sending people templates.
And people buy that shit.
I don't like so like I had one guy, he goes, "Oh hey, like you only sent me 1 week to working out." And I said, "Well, I told you I wanted to max out with, at next Friday, at the gym. Said I want you to come by and do a 5 rep max. You know what I mean? And that's gonna give me a better idea on your training. You know what I mean?" So I said, "I want a whole week of 5 rep maxes. And then I'll send you other stuff." And he goes, "Well, okay, so what am I doing this week?" And I was like, "That small little week I fucking sent you? That's the fuck what you're doing. And then after your 5 rep maxes, I'm giving you 4 extra days. You know what I mean? Or 4 extra weeks. So it's like you're basically getting a fucking like 2 free weeks of fucking training for me to fuck around and find this shit. But like, how the fuck do you think you're gonna do that with 60 people?
No, you can't.
No,
So it's not coaching, and it might be a viable business. Like, hey, pay me, and I'll give you my template. I'll give you whatever I fucking came up with. But the fucking word coaching needs to be reserved for a hands-on, direct, even remote coaching. I have a hard time calling coaching.
Yeah.
Just say you sell
It's hard to
templates.
do. Dude, you have
Say
to
I got templates on deck.
You have to be on the phone. You need frequent video submissions.
And you do have to have templates. You have to have 8s, 5s, 3s. Everything's all
And
ready to go.
you need to have somebody who's receptive to your feedback and who's willing to actually fucking try to implement it, and who's
Exactly.
going to be doing the homework they need and sending you the shit back, which is rare.
Yeah, and what
Which is
sometimes
rare.
too, like I tell people to get off program in terms of like, oh hey, this happened. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're gonna text and talk every day because you're not at a point where I could just
That's
give you
why I
a
don't
random
coach.
week.
So I'm not.
You know what I mean? So I'll text people. Literally, I have like 6 clients, and I'll text them their workout. And that's only because if I were to put it on a spreadsheet and it wasn't a case by case type of thing, it would be a shitty service.
Who's your ideal client? What would you want? Like, if you're a coach and you want that client, like, who's the motherfucker that you want to give all your time to?
A Marine.
Like, thank God this person came.
A Marine that doesn't know how to do anything but fucking respond to what I say.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Fuck, I don't have a chaser.
I gotta piss, so I'll grab your chaser.
You grab it? Thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh. Pouring round 2. You know you like
There's that go-go dancer.
Shit. Dude, I was 100 and like,
That's crazy, man. I didn't think you had it in you.
Man, you'd be surprised at the shit I do.
I'm gonna call Laura.
When I get drunk and I'm surprised at the shit that I do, even so.
Well, at least you got paid. I ain't get paid.
Man, you gotta demand that. You like working with people too much.
I do.
Yeah. What do you got there?
This is a T&E. You're probably gonna smell it.
You need a pin right now?
No, I'm gonna just put in the pen and get ready. I gotta pin this and then eat. You see this? That's just test.
Hi, babe. What are you doing? Did it work? So Laura clogged our toilets with tampons.
Oh God.
So she just snaked one out.
Ew.
She went and bought a steak and she snaked one out.
That's disgusting.
We're filming right now, by the way, so you're on camera.
definitely going on the video.
This is getting cut off the video.
Just one? Is it still clogged? Because you flushed what, 3? So 1 down, 2 to go, right? All right. So.
That's
Well,
disgusting.
Doug went and took a leak, so I called you, but this is all on camera. And this will surely be on. No, we're almost done. We're almost done.
It's
Yeah.
not getting deleted.
Okay, where do you want to eat?
Man,
Hey, where do you want to eat?
another fucking day talking to this guy.
Okay, so which means I still have time because you don't know where you want to eat. This is bananas. Doug's opening beers off the table. Tony's filling a syringe with test. And I'm talking to you about pulling tampons out of the septic tank.
It's not going on there.
This is the best video we've ever done. Anything you want me to tell the fans? Because don't put tampons down the toilet.
Oh Lord.
Everyone knows that.
Well, my girlfriend doesn't.
Well, she's not.
Yeah, you're supposed to like wrap it and throw it in the damn trash can,
You're
right?
supposed to give it to the dogs as a toy,
Right?
right? Yeah. All right. Okay. I love you.
That's crazy.
No. All right. Bye.
Do you have a problem buying your girl tampons? Why is that a thing?
I don't.
Yeah, like why do guys like how is that like I always see that and I'm like
Dude, you're talking to a guy who tries to lick her butthole every fucking day. I don't give a fuck what I get her. Like, I literally chase my girlfriend around trying to lick her butthole.
I used to think that was a unique thing, and then I realized everybody eats ass. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's this generation.
No.
It's the
But
generation
like,
that grew up.
I'm like the hipster of eating ass. I was eating ass before it was cool.
I don't know, man. It's this generation of unchecked pornography. That's what it was.
Yeah.
We all grew up on that weird shit that our parents didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
I don't
And
think
now,
girls are ready for the
18
fucking...
years later,
Yeah.
everyone's eating ass.
Yeah. I don't want to know what the fuck my kid will be getting into. Like, he'll be on some next level.
I
of
think it'll be
fucking-
different. I think the pendulum will
you want a
swing the other
kid?
way.
You want kids?
Maybe on accident if I have one. You know, like if Melissa traps me.
She probably will. All girls.
Probably.
Yeah, they're all traps. But it's
Once you have kids, are you gonna like dumb down the gear and all that
Fuck
shit?
no. Dude, I have one life to live and it is not dependent on them. It's fucking whatever I want to do. And I'm gonna run it at a full head of steam. Like,
I
I'm gonna,
watched a Doug Malo documentary in 20
Yeah.
years where he walks like he's a fucking penguin because he's got screws in his back.
hell no.
I'm 35.
I'm gonna be like that guy in the Philippines getting sucked off by a tranny, but I'm gonna have like 10 pins on my back and a fucking plate in my head.
That's gotta be a crazy way to live though.
Oh, man.
Freaking painful, man.
Who gives a fuck? I mean, like, dude, you're gonna die.
I'm in
anyways.
pain every day though, and I don't even push it that hard.
Dude, you're going to die anyways. Whether you
We're all
fucking-
gonna die. Yes,
we all
that's
go.
a fact.
We all go on the ground.
Yeah,
Everybody
so
goes in the ground.
whether you fucking do it, fucking like, oh, I feel great, Dad, or oh my God, I wish I didn't have this much pain, but I'm still good.
I watch everyone in my family who did not have. I mean, they did hard work throughout their lives, but they weren't working in concentration camps. Like,
Yeah.
like not really take care of their bodies, not really plan ahead, just kind of do what needed to be done with very little self-maintenance, and they all fucking fell apart, every single one of them.
Yep.
So watching me and my grandparents get to their 60s, and then they were just like
Done.
useless.
Yep.
Doctors, surgeries, joint replacements. It's like, well, my prognosis looks pretty similar.
Yeah.
Doing all this
Man,
shit.
all the pills and picking up your shit
Not
at
really.
CVS.
It's not the same shit because you won't be lazy like they were. You'll still be working out and doing shit. You know, like
You're gonna still do this, like
Like
even when we all know, like you're done. You're in your mind. You're gonna say, "I'm still close to that 700." Like that's how it is. Like you're
Dude,
still.
watching Ronnie. Fucking
Ronnie still thinks he's
with-
getting on the Olympia stage,
with his fucking crutches, walking back into the gym,
and
crawling into the
he
leg.
still thinks he's got. Man, listen, my mentor, God rest her soul, Denise Gerard. She's a pro bodybuilder. She passed away in her sleep. This woman went through 2 knee surgeries, right? She had $5,000 braces. One day she gave me one, and she was like, "That's what $5,000 feels like." So she had on her knees. She walked like if you saw her in her competing days, it looked like 2 different people.
Yeah.
But she walked like Ronnie. Like she would hobble in the gym. She had surgery on her shoulder. They opened up her shoulder and found out her whole bicep was detached. They didn't even know. So they put that back on. She was jacked up, right? Jacked up. Every day that woman got in the gym, she was like, getting ready for my comeback. And I'm just like, wow. Like, wow. You know, and in my head, I'm just like, yo, it's, you know. But yeah, she was, every day we talked on the phone. She's like, yeah, I was at the gym today. I talked to Linda Murray, and I'm excited. We're all excited about this comeback. And I mean, she had, like, her knees were gone, like everything, but that was her mentality.
That's how you got.
Like, and that's how we're, like,
Yeah, you're never done.
you're going to be 80 years old talking about, I'm coming after Goldtree.
Goldtree.
Where is he? He
God.
died 20 years ago.
Goldtree.
Hey, Goldtree's the greatest.
Fuck.
Fucking phenom right there.
Yeah, he's a
Dude,
beast.
I wanted to root for him so bad, but I didn't want the gym to have a pro strongman before we did.
Oh,
That hurt. I was
man,
like-
that's the House of Power a pro strong man.
Hey, whoa.
Nate,
Yeah, that's how he's House of Power.
I think Nathan's his own fucking. I think
He is.
Nathan
though.
could
He
go
was going to
anywhere.
get it regardless of wherever he's
Nathan
at.
will go anywhere and be
Yeah,
successful.
he's-
Absolutely.
Because
he's a
he's a gamer.
He's been, oh, dude, talking to him about his approach and how he, shit that I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. He's talking to me about the night before, how he fucking eats and prepares, he stretches for an hour. And then he wakes up early the day of the competition and stretches. And then
Dude.
goes to his ritual. And I'm like, I wake up hungover.
Yeah.
And I'll do a couple toe touches and I'll just see what happens.
I would
Like-
talk
Yeah.
to him. I would talk to him because I would see him at House of Power. And every time I would talk to him, it was like I was in the locker room interviewing an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, and
That's
he's
the
like,
mentality.
yeah, you know, I woke up today and I'm feeling pretty good. You know, we're not training for this, we're training for that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm like interviewing you.
He's the guy in the
Yeah.
middle of Bud's training, right?
Yeah.
While everybody's fucking shaking and sleep deprived.
Dying.
He's just, chewing gum like, yeah, I haven't slept in like 3 days. Like,
Yeah. Just a thing to do.
We're gonna go for a swim and then we're
Yeah.
gonna carry a log for 20 miles.
Yeah.
Like, it's rough, but we'll get through it. Like, that's
Yeah,
the
he's
mentality.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
So
And he's a cool guy.
yeah, he's
Like, personality-wise, super nice.
He's gotten a little chubby.
Well, yeah, he's big boy right
Yeah.
now.
so 340 fucking
Yeah,
pounds.
I just had to throw that in there.
That is a dead center big.
I'm sure he's going to cut down now.
I mean, he was even talking about it, like, he's like, he likes being around 290. And then Nick was telling him, like, no, we'll get you like 340. And he laughed. And he's like, and then he went through his prep and he was 319, 324, 335, 340.
I wonder what they were feeding that for.
Dude, he was talking shit, man. I came in, I had to cut fucking 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So I had to cut and then get on a fucking airplane. And that fucking 10 hours of flying
Yeah.
and switching and going back. So I show up in St. Louis all depleted and pissed off and
Yeah.
angry because all these bitches are ordering fucking champagne splits and mixing it with orange juice and shit. And I'm like sitting there like I have to chew ice and spit it back in the cup.
Ugh.
So I land and I'm extra salty. And Nathan's like, hey man, I was thinking about you during this whole cut. Like I'm like, I got to get my 5,000 calories a day and I got to stay extra hydrated. And I'm drinking this. I'm like, I'm doing this for Bromley.
Yeah.
And I was like, you motherfucker.
Piece of
You
shit.
motherfucker.
Oh man.
I was like, it's the only time in my life you can see my cheekbones
Yeah.
because I'm so dehydrated. And
Hey, but the best thing about him too, I think he wages mental warfare on people, and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
I think he knows it, but they don't. Like, he's so confident that, like, my favorite story of Nathan is when he was at the first strongman comp where he did that 450 stone, and he fucking walks up and throws a stone over. He goes, "Well, that just happened." And then just fucking walks off like, "I'm the greatest."
like these motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I felt like I had to explain to him what had happened because the rules change in Strongman Corp all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It used to be you have to win nationals to get your pro card.
Yeah.
Well, they eliminated all the other contests that you usually get your pro card at, and they said, okay, just nationals, and we'll give it the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we finish up, and they don't release the final scores until you go to this stupid banquet they have. And he's like, yeah, I think we're going to skip the banquet. We got an Airbnb in St. Louis. We're just going to go hang out at this Airbnb. And I'm like, well, the banquet's where you get your award.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure you placed top 3, Nathan. He's like, well, all right. And I'm like, well, that means you get your fucking pro card.
Yeah.
So you might want to go to the Airbnb, you might want to go to fucking banquet, get your goddamn pro card, because I'm pretty sure you're a pro now. He's like, oh, really? He's like, oh, I'll go if that's the case. I'm like, oh, I'll go now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what you did is a big deal. Like, you know, like, this is a very hard thing to do in the realm of sports.
Not Nathan's world.
So she gets to the banquet, and it's a stupid banquet, but everybody's dressed up. He shows up in his fucking basketball shorts and his fucking tank top, right? And everybody else is dressed like
That's my boy.
everybody's dressed like they're going to the fucking Ghost Bar or something. Like they're in Vegas at some fucking fancy bar. Nathan shows up looking like he just worked out, and he walks in. So they call him up, and he comes back and he sits down. They take their pictures. He's like, "Wait, so I'm a pro now?" Like, and I'm like, "Yes, like you can no longer compete in amateur contests. Like you've outgrown that. So I can do like ASM and stuff." Like, yes, Nathan, you can compete in ASM. It took him so long to grasp. Like,
Damn,
yeah.
It's like, you're there, bro.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for a day, and you're fucking
Yeah.
there.
Fuck that guy.
So,
Dude, but that's the best way to compete, though. You know, I wasn't talking. I
Well,
was
because
listening.
of him, like that's how I got my mentality back. Go out there
Yeah,
and
you
have
gotta
fun.
have like. I was listening to an interview with Jesse Norris. He's a strong kid, and so it's one thing. Like me, I always feel like, you know, especially in bodybuilding, like I know the history of the sport, the greats and all that, you know, and like I would hear Larry Wills and like Jesse Norris talk, and they can't name like one fucking major powerlifter like you can. You know what I mean? They don't know none of them unless they met them, right?
Yeah.
They're like, Ed Cohen isn't a real big deal to them. They're just like, oh yeah, I met that guy. He was cool, you know? But they don't know who the fuck he is. And so, but I really think like not knowing what's at stake or who you're chasing, you know, doesn't put a limit or any pressure on your training.
it's a limitation, and
Well,
it's
I
also
don't
the
think
difference between the fanboy mentality and the competitive mentality.
Yeah.
Because the competitor doesn't look at these people like, oh, I'm a fan of that guy. It's like, that's my fucking peer. I'm
Yeah.
here to do what he did and then some.
Oh yeah, but like when Brandon Allen first came to our gym, I didn't talk to him. I was like, why didn't you talk to him? I'm like, well, I'm gonna beat him eventually, you know. Like, but then the injury.
And see, that used to be my mentality. That's why I would never go to Fit Expo.
But because of me being humble and everything else, but like, in the back of my head, I'm kind of laughing because I know how strong I am right now, and it's the strongest I've ever been. And I'm only on a shot of test and a shot of DECA a week, and I'm like, this is the lowest amount of gear.
You like DECA?
I didn't know.
I love DECA. Yeah, I'm practically natty right now.
That's it, dude. Anything under a gram is natty. It
Yeah,
sounds.
well, I'm only taking 250 tests and 300 DECA a week.
I didn't know your body could survive off that.
I don't know what's happening to me, but I am fucking disgustingly strong.
DECA turned my dick into a dry rubber band. Just
Yeah, it's pretty
disconnected.
useless, you know, but it's cool. Like,
Like,
I'll beat my
I just
girlfriend with
flick it, nothing happens. Like,
So thank you. That's bodybuilding.
That's
so like
bodybuilding.
when I'm like, yo, I'm not
Can't
even
take a
thinking
cigarette.
about that
Oh,
shit
yeah.
I see.
because
Well,
you're
brought
a
your-
prep. Like,
bang
I
food.
can't do another bang.
anyways. But I don't care for DECA. I used my first cycle was with DECA, and I mean I put on like 40 pounds.
But get
and I
ready
love
for
it.
this. My next upcoming cycle, so 10 weeks out, I'm going to get up to 750 test. I'm going to get up to 600 DECA. At 8 weeks out, I'm going to add in the trend. Trend's going to start at 400 milligrams a week. 6 weeks out, I'm throwing in the D-ball at 100 milligrams a week. And then at 5 weeks out, I'm throwing in the Halo Tussin. Or 6 weeks out, I'm throwing in Winnie.
That's a
5
long
weeks
time
out,
to be on Halo Tussin.
Trust me, it's worth it because it's whew,
Dude,
spicy.
that is like the...
Don't care.
Yeah, like, if I ran Halo, like, I'd be locked up.
Yeah,
like,
but
I'd be
Tony,
in prison.
Here's your squat. Here's my squat.
That's all Halo tested.
No. Honestly, it's because, like, Halo, here's how it works. It takes
I know how it works.
3 weeks to load into your body. So if it takes 3 weeks to load into your body, why the fuck would you take it 3 weeks out? You're better off taking it, getting your max lifts in, getting all of your big lifts in for your meet, getting very aggressive on those, and then the day of, you're prepared. You don't need to take anything super crazy on the day of. Take a no ester, get some caffeine, drink some orange juice, don't shit your pants, fucking bang out weights.
So I feel like the whole gear, this is a whole separate 2-hour fucking show on itself.
Well,
so I gotta put a pin in it because
yeah, it's late.
We've been talking for a long fucking time.
But I'm offended where he compared our squat. So I kind of want to. We might have to have a to be continued.
I think we got part 2 coming.
I think so.
Well, I'm gonna chop this into like 3 parts. So we got like part 4 coming next.
He just it's Tony. Here's your squat. Here's my squat, and here's your squat.
Here's also my deadlift.
But I don't know. Here's Tony's bodybuilding pictures, and then here's Doug's bodybuilding
Hold on.
pictures.
You only saw one.
Oh, don't do it to yourself.
That's the one you put on your IG, bro.
I know.
I'm
I was
just
so
saying.
ashamed of that show, I didn't put any on there. That was the worst showing I've ever had. And I was like, I'm not posting these pictures online, except for that one, only because I needed to get training, and like Anytime Fitness made that one, so I was like, fine, fuck it.
Anytime Fitness.
I used to work there.
Oh God.
We're gonna put the TBC on. Hey, maybe next time you come out with Taylor, man. I'll be real interested to see what Taylor would contribute to all this.
I gotta eat.
What's Taylor's gear regimen?
None.
None.
I don't even know Taylor, so I can't say.
Well, Taylor looks like a little jacked midget who does circus shit.
Does he look like a smaller Zach Becerra?
I don't know who the fuck
You know
that
Zach
is.
is?
Taylor's just the coolest guy on the planet.
He was positive as fuck, man.
Yeah, no, he literally is like, I love having him at the gym.
It seemed like a
That's
crazy asshole. but
Another reason my head got back in the game, Goldtree and his attitude, and then Taylor. Whenever I'm having a bad day, go talk to Taylor.
He makes everything bright.
Yeah, he'll even give you a hug.
Interesting.
Yeah, weird.
Man, the best hug I ever had before we cut off. You want to? Because you brought up.
No, let's hear it.
No, the best hug I ever had.
Didn't involve titties.
So it did not involve titties, but it was okay. So I was remember I used to be a delivery driver.
Yeah.
So I used to deliver chlorine to Disneyland, right? Like for the rides and shit. Like so I haul in like I look like how they bring in Coke bottles and shit for vending machines, but I was bringing chemical for the rides. All right, so I'm at this Paradise Pier Hotel, and I'm bringing the pool chlorine. So I got the chlorine on my dolly, and I'm coming in, and I'm in the service. I'm waiting out in the service elevator, and I'm just hating my life. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I made like a left in life when I should have made a right. And I'm just hating life, and I'm pressing the button, waiting for the elevator, looking depressed. Here comes fucking Pluto. All right, listen. Pluto, right, is walking, but we're like, he doesn't have to be in character. Like, this is the service, like, back behind scenes, everybody's working, like, so here comes Pluto, and I'm just like, what's up, fool? And then he's just looking at me, and he backs up, and he's just acting like a dog, right? And I'm like, don't do this shit right now. I'm like, don't do this shit. And he runs up on me, and he's sniffing me and like making licking noises like he's a fucking dog, right? Then he backs up again and he's like, come here. And he gives me the warmest fucking hug. And
That's some magic. That's some magic.
It was the best hug I ever had in my life. And my day after that was
a good
beautiful.
story, man.
Probably a dude with a heart.
It had to be a dude,
Well, because
he had a small ass back though, so I'm hoping that was
man.
a little girl in there.
Like you thought Pluto would be filled out.
I was like, maybe that was a chick under there. I don't know, but whoever the fuck it was under there made my goddamn day.
I never understood why Goofy could talk like a human, but Pluto acted like a dog.
Yeah, because Mickey's a fucking creep.
Mickey's 9 years old. He just had a birthday. Anyway, I don't know if there was any substance in what we just talked about.
I enjoyed it.
But I had a good time.
Doug Malo?
That was Doug the fuck Malo.
Thanks for coming, bro.
Yeah, really, I appreciate it.
Dude, next time I should bring my ice bath. We should all rotate fucking.
I think next time we'll be in an ice bath. I like it.
Yeah.
How long do you think we could film in an ice bath?
10 minutes.
Individually, we'd have to all take turns, which is fucked up. What's funny is trying to get back into it.
Why don't we just line up trash cans?
We
dude?
get we get 3 tubs.
I have
all
it,
three.
yeah.
We'll all 3 be in the.
Well,
ice
15 minutes.
bath.
It'll kill your nerves after a certain amount of time. 10 minutes max.
10 minutes.
Well, it depends on how much ice is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a 10-minute bit where we're talking and that shit.
Yeah.
Well, why?
I want you got to film the part where we try to get into it.
I think we'll be up to our neck, and we'll have like a punishment.
Well, all right,
for the
let's set
first
a
person
date.
to
Why
get
aren't we
out.
doing it? I'll buy the ice.
That's kind of.
How much ice do we have?
Alex and Doug died.
I think we're
goddamn.
built for colder climates.
Yeah.
That might be how Tony died.